The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod Communications, GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Providence High School, home of the Providence Pioneers, as the Pioneers welcome the Silver Creek Dragons for the first time ever. These two schools meeting on the gridiron. Mike Beck tonight with Antoine Wardlow. Antoine, glad to meet you tonight, and glad you're sitting in, covering for Paul Love, some slacker who decided to go watch a college game tonight. So he's up in Indianapolis watching the Cards and the Boilermakers shake it up. So you get his seat tonight.
All right. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm looking forward to some exciting football tonight.
Well, we are glad to be here tonight. And as I say, it's the first time these two schools have met on the football field. They played each other in basketball throughout the years. But Silver Creek not having a football program for a long time just meant that these two schools never met. So kind of some anticipation in the air. Two schools from southern Indiana that should have a pretty good football game tonight.
Yes, I'm expecting a good game. You have a Silver Creek team that's 2-0, looking for their first ever 3-0 start. That'll be impressive. You also have a Providence team who's 0-2, looking for their first win.
Yeah, so it's going to be a tough thing. You got to see the Pioneers last week. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. I did the Floyd Central Providence game. Providence fought the whole game, but Floyd Central was just a little too tough. They had everything rolling last week, so I'm looking forward to another hard-fought game by Providence.
All right, well, we're going to head and take our first break. When we come back, we'll start breaking down these teams, take a look at a sense of what might happen tonight. Again, you never know until they snap the ball and play the game, but we're going to give you our best insights. That's our pregame coverage. It starts right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Class, make sure you have the textbook by Monday. It's only $500 in the bookstore.
Being a student is expensive. Don't let fees at your bank be an added expense. With a Centra Free checking account, you'll have access to more than 5,000 shared branch locations and nearly 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. And when we say free, we mean it. Stop in at your nearest Centra location to open a free checking account or visit us online at Centra.org to open one from the comfort of your own home. Central Credit Union, centered around you, federally insured by NCUA.
Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service, independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A pace-setter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pace-Setter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pace-Setter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance, you know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Kentuckiana Insurance Center at 110 East Utica Street in Sellersburg. Independent insurance agents for 30 years. Contact Earl Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700.
And welcome back here to pregame coverage. Mike Beck and Antoine Wardlow, and we're up here in the booth. And because of some technical issues, don't have our coach's comments like we normally have this week. But we're glad to be here covering this game tonight as Providence and Silver Creek meet head-to-head on the field for the first time ever. One of the things that we anticipate tonight is a good ball game. Coming into tonight, Silver Creek is 2-0, and last week they did something which is pretty unusual. They got all their yards on the ground, not a single passing yard. I don't think that's going to hold up tonight. I have a feeling we may see the ball in the air a little bit more than we saw last week. Do you know anything about this Silver Creek team at all? Do you have any scouting information, what we can expect tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, it definitely caught my eye that there were no passing yards last week, so I am definitely looking forward to see them air the ball out tonight. As far as scouting, they did real well running the ball, so I'm sure they'll stick with that. That's their bread and butter. But you pretty much have to air the ball out these days to put points on the board. And again, they're playing a hungry Providence team tonight, so they're going to
All right, Silver Creek led by Coach John Dablow. This team just formed about 7-8 years ago, and they've been growing this program over the years. And this season, they are on the cusp of doing something they've never done before, which is start a season 3-0. And so, what do you think that does for a team when they have a chance to make some school history and really get the season off to a good foot?
Well, getting your name in the history books is always nice when you're a high school player. I'm definitely sure that it's on their minds. So I'm sure they're going to push for that 3-0 start tonight.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a break, come back, and we'll talk a little bit about the Pioneers. You know a little bit more about that team because you got to see them last week. So I'm going to count on your insights because I haven't seen them yet this year, which is unusual. I usually see Providence a couple of times, but not this season. So we'll take a break. We'll come back and check on that when we continue right after this on GlyCod.com. Stay with us.
Makeup is everywhere. I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs. Call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
And welcome back here, Mike Beck with Antoine Wardlow. Sorry about that, Antoine.
Oh, no problem, Mike.
I wanted to call you Andre because I've got a good friend named Andre. And it's, I promise I'll only do that one time tonight. But we're here tonight at Providence High School. And let's talk about these Pioneers. You had a chance to see them last week at Floyd Central. They took it on the chin, 62-19. Wasn't pretty on the scoreboard. What good things did you see about these Pioneers last week?
Well, one good thing I saw, they were able to move the ball at times. There were receivers open all night. Quarterback missed a couple receivers, but he also found some. So they were able to move the ball, so I'm looking forward to seeing them do that again. But the thing that caught my eye was the defense. They gave up 62 points last week to a very good Floyd Central team. So I want to see what the defense is going to do tonight. You have to make stops to win big games.
Offensively, what were they doing well last week that you had your eye on?
Well, they had a total of 286 total offensive yards, 195 passing, 91 rushing. So, as I said, they were able to pass the ball. So let's see what they can do on the ground tonight.
Okay, Providence, known for being a running school for the last 40 years. They're known to be a grinded up on the ground team. As a matter of fact, if they put the ball in the air, it's like seeing Bigfoot. Everybody stops and takes a picture because they want, and then it's always fuzzy and out of focus.
Right.
Was that a pass? I don't know. Look like that. It's kind of crazy. But the last year or two, Providence has kind of opened it up for them. And when you're down as far as they were last week, you're forced into passing situations a lot more often. I was just curious, what did you think of how they executed the passing game, which traditionally they're not strong in?
Well, I thought the execution was there. It was just a few short passes, passes thrown over the head, but the receivers were open all night. So I'm looking forward to seeing the quarterback bounce back, who he did hang in the game and fight hard the whole game. So I'm looking forward to seeing him having a better game tonight.
All right. Well, we're here at Providence, and it is a Saturday night game because nobody wanted to put on the duck suit and come out here last night, and we had the remnants of Hurricane Harvey. And we do want to stop and pause just for a moment. Remember all the victims of that hurricane down in Texas as they continue the cleanup and the rescue efforts still underway. So many people still stranded and in places. Folks, it's hard to imagine. I remember being in Florida for Hurricane Andrew many years ago, and the devastation is far beyond anything that we here in the Midwest have ever seen. You might have seen the results of a tornado, and you go, oh, that's bad, and you drive through a neighborhood and it's gone. But when you go into a town and it's gone, and multiple towns, and it's as far as you can see, the scope of it begins to kind of overwhelm you. So we want to, again, remember the victims of that hurricane and remember all those that are doing great efforts, taking their bass boats down and puttering down the streets on the boat and finding folks. And you have family down there, that's correct?
Yes, I know some people down in Houston. Yes, I do. And everyone's doing okay. So the thing that catches my eye is that everyone's pitching in, helping, and getting things done.
Yeah, that's what America does well. Is when there's problems, we figure it out and we get it done. So we're going to go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we'll I think we're going to get our starting lineup. So we'll check it here, and we'll also have game time weather. A lot still to come here tonight at Providence High School. Right after this on GlideCod.com. Stay with us.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating.
Class, make sure you have the textbook by Monday. It's only $500 in the bookstore.
Being a student is expensive. Don't let fees at your bank be an added expense. With a Centra Free checking account, you'll have access to more than 5,000 shared branch locations and nearly 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. And when we say free, we mean it. Stop in at your nearest Centra location to open a free checking account or visit us online at Centra.org to open one from the comfort of your own home. Centra Credit Union, centered around you, federally insured by NCUA.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
You're You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
And welcome back, Mike Beck and Antoine Wardlow, and we're glad here to be at Providence tonight. And I want to let you know the game time weather tonight is brought to you by CASA, Clark County CASA. Become a volunteer and enrich the life of a child and your own. For more information, call 285-0743 or visit CasaVoiceClark.org, CasaVoiceClark.org. Game time weather, well, this is a shocker. We were expecting overcast skies. The clouds have moved to the southeast, and now we've got sunshine, just some scattered clouds. The sun is bright. It's warming up here in the booth rapidly. Game time temperature 64 degrees. And now it's time for our keys to the game tonight, and that's brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page and Floyd Knobs. For a free quote on your car insurance, stop by his office in Highlander Point. That's Allstate's Packy Page. And what are keys to the game tonight, Antoine? What do you think these teams have to do to get the win?
Well, for me, it's simple. For the Silver Creek Dragons, they must find a way to pass the ball, and they do not want to get too excited about starting off with their first ever 3-0. So stay patient, play football, get the win tonight, and let's see if we can get some yards in the air. For Providence, it's very simple. Defense must stop someone tonight. They must find a way to not allow the team to put 60 or more points up on them tonight.
Defense, the key for the Pioneers tonight, and they had a challenge last week against the Highlanders stopping the ball. With the Highlanders getting it on the ground or in the air, how was the attack primarily led?
Well, I must tell you, they were doing it every way. Field goals, passing, running. I mean, it just never stopped.
Cheerleaders got involved.
Yes, everyone got involved. The band got involved. So, basically for me, tonight is a very important game for the Providence defense. Very important.
Okay, well, that's our keys to the game. And, again, we appreciate all our sponsors, including Packy Page, who bring you the keys to the game tonight. We'll take another break, and we'll come back with our starting lineups right after this. About 9 minutes until kickoff right here on GlyCod.com. Stay with us, folks.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Class, make sure you have the textbook by Monday. It's only $500 in the bookstore.
Being a student is expensive. Don't let fees at your bank be an added expense. With a Centra Free checking account, you'll have access to more than 5,000 shared branch locations and nearly 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. And when we say free, we mean it. Stop in at your nearest Centra location to open a free checking account or visit us online at Centra.org to open one from the comfort of your own home. Centra Credit Union, centered around you, federally insured by NCUA.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
And welcome back here to the field as the clock continues counting down, about 7 minutes or so till kickoff, and time to give you the starting lineups. Our starting lineups are brought to you tonight by Hoosier Termite and Pest Control. If you've got a pest control need, they are the ones to call. We appreciate their support of Southern Indiana high school sports, and they offer an exclusive 10% off on pest control services. If you want more details on that, you can visit HoosierTermitePestControl.com. Antoine, what do we have for our starting lineups tonight?
Well, for Providence, you have Dennis, number 2 at the quarterback. You have number 21, Smith, at the running back, number 27, Williams. Also, please keep your eye on this kid, number 86, Schmidt. Very good game last week. You have number 23, Mr. Drury, and you also have number 19, Mr. Lindquist.
That's your offensive backfield, the starters, the what they call the skill positions. Of course, the big guys up front really hate to hear that. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for Silver Creek. Who are the, quote, skill players over there?
Well, you have number 15, Landers at quarterback, number 88, Lemon wide receiver, number 1, Groff at receiver, number 22, Bell at receiver, number 13, Russell running back, and also keep your eye on number 12, Garrett. Pretty good running back. I'm looking forward to seeing him play tonight. First time seeing him.
Jacob Garrett, key man on the football field, also one of their key basketball players. And you'll, I guarantee, if you watch our basketball coverage that will start sometime in November and run all the way through March, you will see Mr. Garrett a couple of times, if not more. That's the thing about a smaller school. You'll see some of these players that play multiple sports and are good at multiple sports. Jacob Garrett just won Bennett Bile for Silver Creek, also one of the starters on that basketball team. So you got a couple of kids that making a name for themselves in multi-sport. How does that help a kid prepare for things like college in the future?
Well, I'll tell you, it's tough to be a two-sport athlete, but it does has an advantages. When I played for Mel, I was a two-sport athlete as well. I think it just gives you, it keeps you in shape, and it just keeps you involved in staying in shape and staying involved with your program. So moving forward, I think it's important for a kid to do something they're good at. There's no rule that says you have to play one sport. So I just think it's a plus. It can't do anything to hurt.
Silver Creek team out on the field. You see him hopping around midfield there as they gather out on the logo and get ready for the ball game. The Pioneers have yet to make their entrance, and they'll be making that here in just a few moments or so. One thing about the game tonight, because it's a Saturday night, the Providence home crowd not quite as robust as maybe you would normally see. And, again, they're competing with college football's opening weekend tonight in some marquee games up in Lexington. And or I think Kentucky's down in Mississippi tonight, but they're on the road. But and U of L's technically on the road as well. They're up in Indianapolis, a big game with Purdue. So a lot of folks split loyalties tonight, and some of them are not here. Silver Creek, on the other hand, has traveled pretty well tonight. Pretty good showing from the orange and blue. So we're going to take our last break. That's the last one before kickoff. We'll take it, and we'll be right back right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us, folks.
Dr. Carter's office. Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up. Wear your seatbelts and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Glycod Communications presents Kentuckiana Football Friday. Tonight's game is brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. By Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, quality technicians with a personal touch. By Kentuckiana Insurance Center, independent insurance agents serving Sellersburg for 30 years. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. By W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. By Voyniers Auto Air in Jeff. By Our Place, providing drug and alcohol education services throughout southern Indiana. And by Allstate agents Brian Wright and Packy Page. They put you in good hands. Now to the field for all the action of Kentuckiana Football Friday from Glycod Communications.
And it's the time we waited for, just about a minute or so away till kickoff. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlaw, we're glad to be with you tonight as the Pioneers and the Dragons meet for the first time in football. You've got something you want to share?
Yes, I definitely want to get a shout out to my big guys. The Providence offensive line, you have number 52, McCain, number 59, Hudlin, number 58, Purcell, number 78, Shireman, and number 50, Wagner. And for Silver Creek, you have number 79, Collins, number 65, Bauer, number 69, Knox, number 55, Betts, and number 56, Mason. Shout out to all my big guys.
Their mamas are real happy you did that, I tell you that. Teams are going out they've already flipped the coin. This is just a ceremonial thing. They'll come out and greet one another. The captains of the teams meet at midfield to determine who will receive. Providence won the toss, and they will defer. That means they'll take the ball first in the second half, and therefore Silver Creek will start the game with the ball, and we'll get underway here, and that's all she wrote about that. So any final thoughts before we put the pigskin in the air?
I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm expecting big things from both teams.
This is the time I look forward to. And I can't tell you how beautiful this evening has turned out to be here. Many people were questioning, could they have played the game last night? Well, sure, it would have been a torrential downpour, but they could have played. They have a turf field. But for safety's sake and for the comfort of the players and fans, I think this was a brilliant decision to push it to Saturday night. It may not quite get the gate that they would have seen on a Friday night, but, if a kid doesn't turn an ankle or twist a knee because they're playing on a little better conditions, I say it's worth it.
Definitely was a good call. It's a beautiful night tonight.
All right, the Pioneers lining up. They'll kick off from the 40-yard line, as is traditional, and we will see the ball in the air in just moments from now. Trying to see the kicker, and I believe that is number 87. Number 80, sorry about that. These newfangled uniforms make it a little difficult to see from the side. I'm shuffling paper here like a librarian. 80 is Brandon Schaefer. He will kick off for the Pioneers, and we'll get this show on the road.
Ready for some football.
Let's get it going. Kick is up. Taking it about the 17-yard line by a Dragon, number 2. It was a number 3, sorry. And that is Luke's. And we'll call his name on defense tonight. First down and 10 yards to go. Pioneer on the defense. Silver Creek ball at the 25-yard line. First and 10. Landers under center, man in motion. He drops back. He's going to put the ball in the air, something they didn't connect with at all last week. Decides to pull it down. He'll run out of bounds. It'll be a second down and about 5 or so. Nice run.
Great coverage by the Providence secondary. There was nowhere to go with the ball, so he took off and ran. Got a gain of 5 or 6 maybe.
And that'll be the question tonight. Can they throw the ball? We didn't see it last week. Second and 5. Landers under center, man in motion. And he gets the ball. Comes around the left side. Lukes gets the corner. And it'll get taken out of bounds across 45 out to about the 48-yard line. It'll be first down, Silver Creek. Nice run from Lukes.
Yes, it was. Great carry. I love the play call. They're sticking to what they know, running the ball.
Thing about that play was it was a little slow developing. He kind of was patient coming around that corner and making sure his blockers were out in front.
Great patience.
1st and 10, close to midfield here. Hand off to Garrett. Is that Garrett?
Hard to see. Let's see.
Yeah, that was Garrett.
Number 12, Garrett. Keep your eye on him. I'm hearing great things about this kid. I love the run. Nice and hard.
2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Silver Creek's first drive started on the 25. They've moved 25 yards so far. They got 50 to go if they want to get points on this first drive. Landers under center, puts a man in motion, and runs into Garrett in the backfield. Still gets the pass away and overthrows his receiver too high for number 22. That's Bile.
Yes, pass was a little over his head. It looked like a little mishap in the backfield. They'll get it back.
Coach Dablow, he will straighten those things out.
Guarantee it.
Those things only happen once or twice, and then he'll be barking in their ear. Brings up a big 3rd down and 8. First 3rd down tonight for the Dragons. Landers barking out instructions to his offensive line. Goes under center. Puts Lukes in motion. He gets the ball, goes right side this time, cuts it up a little early. He's got ways to go. Providence defense. Did they run him out of bounds short of the first down? It appears they did. It's going to bring up a 4th down play. Interesting call here. Will they go for it on about 4th and 1?
It's going to be interesting.
At the 43-yard line. So this is the first interesting call of the night for Coach Dablow. What does he do in this situation? And it looks like he's going to roll the dice and take a shot.
It's a big game tonight. Why not?
Landers under center. 2 men in the backfield, man in motion. Providence moved, didn't get a call. Hand off to number 19 around the right side, and he's going to get tripped up, but across the first line marker, so I have a first down.
I love the play call by the coach. Real aggressive play call.
Got it to the man that you didn't expect to get the ball, and that was number 19. I believe it was Elijah Bays. He's a junior for the Dragons. 1st and 10, ball at the 41-yard line. Nice looking drive so far for the Dragons. First series tonight.
Doing what they do best, run the ball.
No score here early in the first quarter. Hand off. Garrett, nice powerful run up the middle, and he made about 7-8 yards all on his own that time.
I see what everyone's saying about this kid. Very strong, very powerful runner. I'll keep feeding him.
Picked up about 8 yards on that carry. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Clock down to 9:28. We'll get the clock up on the score or on our broadcast, folks, but because of the situation, the camera pretty much directly looking toward the sun right now, so you're not going to see anything. Oh, what a pass.
Beautiful.
Pitch and catch there. Landers to Bile, and he caught the ball, stayed in bounds.
Beautiful. That's what I'm looking for tonight. See if they can air the ball out. Excellent pass. Great catch by number 22.
And Bile's down inside the 5-yard line. They're going to spot him, I believe, at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. And Silver Creek knocking on the door here early. And we'll point the camera right at the sun here, and you tell me if you see any solar eclipses tonight.
All right.
Garrett with the carry off the left side. Hits a pile of Pioneers and gets down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I'll tell you, this number 12 is tough to bring down. It's going to be a long night for Providence with this guy.
Garrett's a big guy. He typically plays center for the basketball team. Not the tallest player on the team, but he's just so big, and when he gets in there, he's not moved.
Exactly. Looks good out here.
8:24 to go here, first quarter. Handoff to Garrett. Hits his lineman, then dives down at the feet, and he gets in for a touchdown. They're going to say he made it.
Touchdown number 12, straight up the middle.
First touchdown ever for Silver Creek against Providence, and it goes to Jacob Garrett, and this could be one of many tonight if they keep moving the ball like they've done so far. Interesting lineup. We see this from time to time. Teams spread things out. A little trickeration, as I've used that word and heard it used many times. Now the line moves over, and we'll kick the extra point in a traditional way. Number 4, the kicker for the Dragons. That's Daniel Barrett. Snap is good, hold is good, but the kick is low and it's blocked. And the extra point, no good.
Good job out of Providence D. That 1 point will be important.
And so, one drive, one touchdown. Dragons on top 6-0 here early in the first quarter, 8:17 to go.
Great way to start the game by Silver Creek.
Any thoughts on that first drive? Mix it up.
Well, they did exactly what I was looking for. I want to see them pass the ball. I also want to see them run the ball. So things looking good on offense so far.
All right, well, we'll see Silver Creek kick off the ball, and first time for Providence on offense, and find out what they can do. Caden Williams, definitely a guy that we want to keep an eye on tonight. He's been a featured player for the Pioneers for the last couple of years. He started as a sophomore. I believe he's a senior this year. And let me check my stats here. No, he's just a junior. He actually played as a freshman.
Oh, wow.
So this is his third year. He'll play, if he continues, a full 4 years here at Providence, and that's no small feat for a freshman to start and get a lot of playing time.
Well, I tell you, he showed great speed last week.
He was a dynamic player even as a younger guy. That was well before he got his driver's license. So now we see what he can do on two wheels.
That's right. We're about to find out.
Dragons ready to kick off. Ball spotted at the 40. They spot the ball in the right hash mark. Many times the kickoff is right in the center of the field, but a little different look.
Yes, it is.
Short approach, too, so they're going to do like a squib kick or just a short pooch kick. Taking it about the 25-yard line. And they'll get it out to about the 30-yard line. What's first and 10 for the Pioneers? I believe that was number 10 for the Pioneers. One of the upbacks, Jonah Scott, a 5', 950-pound running back. He's a sophomore, and that's about the only time he gets to touch the ball, so he's pretty happy.
There's nothing wrong with that. Special teams is a very important part of the game.
Yes, you didn't fumble, and you picked up some yards, so you did the job.
That's right.
First and 10, Joe Dennis under center, quarterback for the Pioneers. Number 2, single back behind him. Man in motion, and that's Williams. He's coming to the right side, and you can hear the players say, there he is, there he is. They keyed on him, and they ate his lunch, as they said.
Yes, great defense by Silver Creek. I did expect Providence to use Williams very fast tonight. They started off with the first play.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 12. Williams nowhere to go because that big Silver Creek defense sniffed that one out. As he went in motion, you could hear the players shouting, there he is, there he is. And I'm sure Mr. Williams is going, oh, crud.
Trust me, other players know speed when they see it.
That's right. Second and 12. I backfield. Man in motion is Schmidt. Dennis takes the snap, rolls to his left. They're going to put it up. And positive. No, he dropped the ball. Had it for a moment, but in and out of his hands. Schmidt couldn't hold on to it. It'll bring up third and 12.
They start off going to that combination. Quarterback 86 Schmidt. Saw him a lot last week. He's a big target. I would definitely keep him in my playbook.
That's one of those wrinkles that you've seen Coach Dennison's put in. He took over for a long-time Coach Sartini. Coach Sartini, he loathed to pass. I mean, if you put the ball in the air, it was an accident. You know, it had to be a fumble forward. He just was not big on the passing game. But Coach Dennison over the years has incorporated more as his players have that skill set. He's taken advantage of it, and that's a new wrinkle. Teams that counted on Providence running every play have been surprised.
I suspect you hear number 86 Schmidt's number a lot tonight.
Dennis under center. 4 down linemen for the defense, kind of a 4-3 setup. Dennis trying to get to his left. He's in trouble. Defense forcing him back. He's going to throw it out of bounds. No flags, no penalties. Cleanly played ball game so far, and it's going to bring up 4th and 12.
It was great defense by Silver Creek, but also a very smart play by the quarterback, Dennis, to get that ball out of bounds.
And here's a significant note. Dennis limping. It looks like he's favoring his left leg. I don't know if he twisted a knee or something. He's coming off not like he went on. So that could be a problem for the Pioneers if Joe Dennis is not able to continue.
Definitely have to keep our eye on that.
Providence in a punting situation. Deep back for the Dragons is number 5. Let's see who that is. Dylan Witt Jr. Snap is good. Kick is up. Not a bad kick. It's going to hit the ground and bounce out of bounds at about the 42-yard line, so no return.
Pretty decent punt.
Not a bad job. Providence kind of pinned back there on that series. It started out the 30, went back a couple of yards. So from the 28, they moved the field somewhat. Better than getting it blocked or turning it over. So
definitely
time for the Providence defense to step up here and show what they've got.
Very important series for Providence defense.
Providence going with 3 down linemen in the defensive side, kind of a 3-4 type of a defense. Handoff around the right side, and a nice defensive play. Number 44 for the Pioneers comes up. That's James Hoke, who comes up and makes a big stop, tackle for loss.
Great defense by Providence. Should be something to build on.
Yeah, lose a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down at 11. Hoke penetrated. Sometimes when he was playing like a strong safety or a monster back, depending on how you want to call that. Outside linebacker. Yeah, a lot of labels. Either way, he did his job.
Great job.
Landers under center. Luke's in motion. And a handoff to number 13, and he's going to go nowhere. Great penetration for the Providence defense. Number 51 for the Pioneers. Big up front. Peyton DeLucio. I believe that's how you say it.
Good job out of Providence defense. Another good stop. Now we're in a 3rd down situation. Silver Creek doing what they normally do, trying to punch the ball.
3rd and 11. Big 3rd down play here. Will Silver Creek move the chains, or will Providence get the ball back? Landers to pass, going to put it up. Now he pulls it down to run for it. He's going to come up short. Nice stop by the defense.
Yes, it was. The quarterback showed good mobility right there, too. Number 15, Landers.
Landers not afraid to run the ball. That's clear.
Yeah, I see. Put his head down, too.
But brings it up 4th and 2 at midfield. And I think this may be the time where Coach Dablo says, yeah, let's just kick it and see if we can't pin those Pioneers back. They didn't do much on offense first series. Let's put them in a bad spot. 5:10 to go here in the first quarter. Score 6-0. Silver Creek on top of Providence. Their first drive, they drove all the way down, scored a touchdown, missed the extra point. Providence first series came up 0, and now this time the Dragons come up short.
Good call by the coach. I would definitely punt this ball as well.
And we've got a whistle as they run out of time. Going to be a delay of game. That really is not going to be a big deal, I don't believe.
Looked like they was running a fake right there, too.
Well, that may change things.
Oh, yes.
4th and 2 to 4th and 7. Ball will go back to the 45-yard line. And if it wasn't 4th and punting situation before, it is now. Deep for the Pioneers, I believe. Is that Caden Williams back there?
From this angle, it looks like the sun's kind of glaring.
You know, one thing after the last 3 days of weather, never occurred to me to bring my sunglasses.
Definitely can use them right now.
Kick is up and angled to the right, to the sideline. It's going to hit the ground about the 27 and bounce out of bounds. And we have a flag back where the kicker looks like he got popped.
Yes, he did. Looks hurt, too.
He's holding his left knee. We'll find out what happened there. That could be a big penalty.
Have to stay off the punter.
Number 4 is the punter. That's Daniel Barrett. And he's holding his left leg. I don't know if he got his knee twisted or what happened. Didn't see it because I was watching what was happening downfield. And unlike ESPN, folks, we don't have 17 spotters all around the field telling us what's going on.
That's right. We got 4 eyes trying to get it done.
I'm not even sure about my 2 sometimes.
Oh, I'm the same way, Mike. I'm the same way.
All right, he's up and coming off under his umpire. Doesn't even appear to be limping, so maybe a little. You ever been in those situations? You played, I played as well. Sometimes you get hit and your body feels weird,
yes.
And you just lay there for a second thinking, am I hurt?
Yes.
So you just don't move until you know that nothing's sticking out where it's not supposed to be. But
well, I tell you what, it's good to see him walk off.
Very, very, very good. But they're going to reset the ball at the 50-yard line. And now it appears as if Silver Creek's going to go for it. There must have been an unintentional contact, not a 15-yard penalty. Hand off to Garrett. The Hoss going for it, and they come up, and Providence makes a big stop.
Great defense by Providence.
Providence, we'll give that tackle to about the entire right side of the defense because they came up and made a no-pass zone.
I tell you what, it takes more than one guy to get this number 12 down.
Yeah, Garrett, he's a big guy.
Yes, very impressive. Very impressive.
Providence, best field position of the night. They start the ball on their own 49-yard line, so basically half a field in front of them. This is a great opportunity if they can cash in on it.
Let's see if they can get some points on the board.
One penalty so far on that punt. Relatively error-free ball game so far. 4:34 to go, 6-0. Silver Creek on top. Early touchdown. The only score. Dennis hands off right up the middle. 1 yard, but that's all. And that was number 21.
Nothing there. Silver Creek read that play from the beginning.
Smith with the carry. Kevin Smith.
On the carry.
He's 5'11", 190-pound running back. He's a junior.
Absolutely nowhere to go that time.
And he ran right into a wall of white.
I tell you, this Silver Creek D-line looks pretty big and impressive.
Pretty stout.
Yes.
2nd and 9. Dennis under center. Haven't seen him in the shotgun yet tonight. Takes a snap. Gets it over in the hand of Williams, and Dennis is definitely favoring that leg. Williams forced out of bounds. May have got initial progress to the 50-yard line, back to the line of scrimmage, but
maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Great defense by Silver Creek, and I did notice that the quarterback for Providence is still limping. So let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that's significant.
Yes, it is.
Because he needs that mobility if he's going to run for his life.
Yes. And he definitely showed great mobility last week against Floyd Central.
Penalty's going to be against Providence, preparing to mark it off, and that is going to hurt them.
Yes, penalties will definitely hurt you.
So they say he didn't gain any yardage. They spot the ball at the 49 yard. So if anything, he lost a yard on that carry.
Yes.
But referees taking their time. They're paid by the minute, so it's okay.
That's right.
Chop block.
Shout out to all my refs.
And they're going to make them replay the down, so the ball will move back to the 50 then.
Oh, wow.
Why would...
So what was the call?
Did they say it was an offsetting penalty?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So offsetting penalties, ball will go back to the 50-yard line. It's as if it never even happened. Except the penalties is going the scorebook.
Penalties absolutely kill you. Wasn't too bad this time, though.
I formation. Dennis waiting for the snap. 4-man front for Silver Creek. And he got the ball out there, couldn't make the connection, pitch and catch.
The receiver was there, pass just a little short. Again, Dennis did this a little bit last week, threw a couple short, couple long, but the receiver was there. We just got to find a way to get it to him.
Marshall Barnes, the intended receiver, and he's going down there and scraping up daisies, but no ball. Brings up a big 3rd down and 9. 3:44 to go. Providence trying to find a solution here. They need a 1st down. 3 split out to the far side. This looks like pass, and it is. Dennis rolls to his right. Ball is tipped at the front of the line, and we're going to get an interesting set of flags because the ball being tipped, this may not be pass interference.
Yes, this will be an interesting call right here. They may pick these flags up. Again, the receiver was open, though.
The ball was tipped, so they're going to pick up those flags. They wave them off, and you see that.
All right, good job, ref.
Once the ball is tipped, it's you can pretty much take out the receiver.
Definitely.
Doesn't seem fair to the folks at home. They're thinking, well, why is that fair? But that's just the way it is.
That is the way it is, and I have had my share of hits.
Like, you don't ever want to see that ball tipped at the line if you're the receiver because you know some defender, if he sees that, it's going to take your head off.
Oh, definitely. Great job by the defense.
Punting formation here for the Pioneers, 4th and 9. This is their deepest penetration right to midfield. Snap is good, and the kick is good. Decent kick, going to be taken inside the 20, inside the 15, about the 12. They get around the right side, looking for a block, misses a tackle. Now a second missed tackle, and finally brought down just short of the 40-yard line. Good return there, number 5, Dylan Witt.
Yes, good punt and good return. I almost thought he was going to break it.
And these field position games, when you're not doing much offensively, the best thing you can do is try to get that ball pinned down there, and they weren't able to do that. We have an offside penalty against Providence. They're going to wave it off. Silver Creek will take the result of the play. 1st and 10, they mark the ball down at the 40-yard line. Silver Creek, again, not bad field position to start.
Let's see if Providence can get another stop.
Offensive, kind of a tight formation here. Garrett, right side, powers ahead. He's going to get maybe 6 or 7 yards. We'll see where they spot it.
Good hard run again by Garrett.
Almost had a defender jump on the Pioneers. The referee didn't throw the flag.
Oh, yes. Took the whole team to get him down that time.
He picked up about 7 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 3. Silver Creek quick to the line. A direct snap to Garrett, who hands off to number 2, and he's got nowhere to go. That play was well diagnosed by the Pioneer defense.
Yes, it was. It was kind of a slow developing play, as I would say. Great read by the Providence defense.
A direct snap to Garrett, kind of a wildcat type situation. Hands off to Ben Landers, and he had his lunch taken by the bully.
Absolutely nowhere to go.
2:30 to go. First quarter, 6-0 your score. Providence trails the Dragons, their first ever meeting between these two schools.
It's a special evening.
Pretty night, too. Not a cloud in the sky
Beautiful.
At this point.
Absolutely beautiful.
64 degrees, your game time temperature. Handoff. Nice cutback. Number 3 for the Dragons. That's Luke's again.
Yes, good run, nice gain. Good stop at Providence.
And that'll bring up another 4th down. 4th and 5. So Silver Creek, if they hadn't had that one mulligan, we have a penalty. Is that what we saw here?
No, I think it was a clean play.
Well, the referee was back there doing the illegal procedure motion, but no flag. So,
well, Mike, I'll tell you at this point, the Providence defense is definitely playing better than last week.
What they say, a gut check?
Gut check.
Last week. Short kick. This one's not going to go maybe 15 yards out of bounds. That doesn't even do that from the line of scrimmage. It'll go out at about the 40. Referee says it was at the 45. I'd quibble with that, but hey, they don't pay me to quibble.
That's right. This would be good field position for Providence as well. Let's see if they can make something happen.
Best break of the night for the Pioneers as they get good field position to start.
Definitely.
That punt went a net of 10 yards forward. Not the result you want to see. Coach Dablow, I'm sure, not happy with that.
And Dennis is noticeably limping.
Handoff, number 44 for the Pioneers. That's Hoke.
Good carry. Good stop by Silver Creek.
Maybe a yard. That's a generous spot. They'll give him a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Providence just struggling to get anything offensively moving. I don't know if Dennis's leg injury is hampering his ability to scramble and make some plays on foot.
Could be.
It seems like it's been a quickly played first half. Just under a minute to go here. First quarter, 6-0 Silver Creek. And a penalty.
Looked like the fullback jumped.
And a mistake. Providence will cost them another 5 yards.
Penalties absolutely kill you in games like this. 2nd
and 14. First I thought it was delay a game. I looked over at the clock. It was down to 5 seconds, so that wasn't it.
I'm looking for Providence to put the ball in the air here.
Play clock down to 10 seconds. Dennis, hands off. Hoke with nowhere to go. He stopped in the backfield.
Well, I tell you, with your quarterback limping, your offense is limited. So we're going to have to see what's going on with Dennis. If not, we may have to make a change.
We'll bring up 3rd and 16 from the 39-yard line.
Well, that's going to be the end of the first quarter as the clock runs down here, and teams will take a break. We'll take one as well. At the end of one, it's Silver Creek 6, Providence nothing. We'll be right back with our second quarter action right after this on glycod.com.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
And we're back here, Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlaw, and Wardlow. Sorry.
You fine, Mike. Trust me, I've dealt with this my whole life. This is nothing new.
He's going to take me out back after the game.
Oh, no.
And he said, you will remember my name. Sorry about that, Antoine. It's the first time we met was tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm having a wonderful time. No problem.
Yeah, it's Mike Beck here. And my name is like 2 syllables. It's real easy.
Exactly.
You know? Big third down play here, 3rd and 6 for the Pioneers. Dennis drops back, as you said, passing situation. He puts the ball up, has a man open, and he floats it beyond the hands of Caden Williams.
You know, that was interesting. It appears that someone could have caught that ball, whether it was an interception or whether it was the receiver, but they both kind of watched it.
Everybody was kind of like, you going to get it?
In a game like this, someone has to get that ball.
You got to step up and make the play,
That's right.
And didn't happen. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 16 from the 39-yard line in a punting situation, and we'll see kicker number 80, Brandon Schaefer. He's getting a workout tonight. Had a couple of nice punts so far.
Yes.
Second quarter underway here. Kick is up and taken at the whoa, what a block there.
Good block.
And out across the 45-yard line, he comes down to the 46. That's number 5, Dylan Witt.
Good return. He also received an excellent block to get him going.
Set that up nicely. Normally we have scoreboard updates throughout the game tonight, but because of all the games that were played last night and the night before, we really don't have incoming scores. And we can tell you, though, that these 2 teams, these 2 schools will meet on January 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Silver Creek will be at Providence for boys basketball. So that will be fun to watch. Providence had a great basketball program the last couple of years, but this year their coach, Coach Grant's, right before the school year, moved to Florida.
Oh, wow.
Fort Myers took a coaching position down there, and the Pioneers graduated a number of players, so they're going to be a new-look Pioneer basketball team going up against a Silver Creek team. It should be fun. Hand off to Garrett. I just need to record that and just hit a button and play it.
Yes. Good hard run, 3-yard carry.
Scoreboard updates are brought to you typically by the Locker Room. We appreciate their support of Kentuckiana High School sports, and the Locker Room been around forever. They're the place to go if you need screen printing in Southern Indiana, so we thank the Locker Room for their support of tonight's broadcast.
Very impressed with Providence defense so far.
Until that play, see, put the mojo on him. Big number 13 with the carry that time. That's Brandon Russell.
Yep. As soon as I give him credit, number 13 hits a long run up the middle.
inside the 30. They mark it just short of the 29-yard line. Big first down for Silver Creek.
And 13 is Mr. Brandon Russell.
Providence 29-yard line. Pick up a 21 on the carry. First and 10.
Landers puts a man in motion and gives him the ball. Number 3 trying to get around the left side, and he's going to get some positive yards. Not a lot, but it'll bring up second down at about 7 or 8.
Well, the Silver Creek coaches must see something with that play. I think it's maybe the 4th or 5th time they ran that play. So we'll see if they're able to break one time. Good job, Providence defense.
Luke's with the carry, and they're going to give him 3 yards on that carry, so it'll bring up second down and 7. Pioneer defense trying to bend and not break here. Another man in motion. Fake the handoff, go back the counter play. And defensively stopped by Pioneers. That's going to be number 89 for the Pioneers, a big stop there.
Yes, it was a big stop by Providence. Pretty decent carry by number 13, Brandon Russell.
Brogan Welch for the Pioneers makes the stop. Little love for our defenders.
That's right. Defense wins championships. We all know that.
Man in motion. Lander's going to look to put it up. Looking to his left. Has a receiver there. And it's a pitch and catch. Can't get it into his hands. Good defense.
Great defense by that cornerback over there. Appeared to be number 14.
Yeah, Marshall Barnes.
Yep, number 14, Marshall Barnes.
Barnes went up and disrupted the play. Big defensive stop there. Brings up a 4th down.
Good job. Providence is holding them out of the end zone.
4th and 5. This is 4 down territory, so Silver Creek definitely lining up to go for it. Now, what would you call here? Handoff to Garrett, or is that too predictable?
Yeah, that's predictable. I'm going to the air.
Well, they pitch it to Garrett.
Yes,
left
I was
side.
wrong. Let's see.
Quick pitch.
Oh, yes.
But he has enough lean. And he's going to get the first down. It looks like they're far on the other side of the field, but from what I can see, I think he got it.
Looks like he got it. I guess that's why I'm working with you, Mike. Good play call by the coach.
There's a reason I'm not coaching.
Yes. Me too, evidently.
Got 5 yards on the play. Be first and
Good play call. Go with your big-time runner. Providence almost had a stop there, just a little short.
1st and 10 inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be red zone offense now. Silver Creek scored their first possession, and it's been back and forth ever since. 6-0 your score here with 9:49 to go in the second quarter. Direct snap to Garrett, and a good defensive stop. He looked like he was going to break that free. And number 10 for the Pioneers came up and grabbed him by the legs, Jonah Scott.
Yes, it was a great tackle. It's hard to bring the big guy down, but he did it.
Gave up a couple of yards on the carry, but it'll bring up about a 2nd and 8.
And Silver Creek, they have a lot of confidence in their running game, and I see why.
And they're just about to run out of our camera view because we can only get so much angle in certain spots. Garrett with the ball, he goes left side. Not much there, a couple more.
Good job by the Providence defense. It's obvious that Silver Creek is going to feed Mr. Garrett.
Brogan Welch with a stop. He's a 6'1", 195-pound senior, and we've called his number twice now on this drive. 3rd and 5 for the Dragons. Indefinite 4-down territory here. They'd love to get another score here in the first half.
See what the Providence defense can do here.
Man in motion. Garrett with the ball.
Access number 13.
Oh, was that 13?
Yes, Mr. Russell.
Going to stop him short. It's going to be a 4th and short.
It's another 4th down situation for the Providence defense. Let's see if they can hold.
It's going to be about 4th and 3. So interesting play here. Pioneers definitely can change the momentum with a stop.
Very important possession here.
Landers under center. 2 men behind him, split backfield. Luke's with the ball, and he's going to go in for the touchdown, but we have a flag on the play, and it may be a hold. And if that's the case, this one's going to come back, because the flag was thrown right there where that receiver was grabbing the cornerback, and I think this play is going to push him back 10.
Could be coming back.
Holding against the offense, so break for the Pioneers.
Much needed break as well.
And I can tell you the defenders are always being held on every play according to them, but this time they got called.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
As a defender, I was always held. Every time I didn't make a tackle, why would you get the tackle? I was being held, Coach.
Trust me, that is the rule of thumb Coach has. He held me, Coach.
Sure he did. Where was the flag? Well, the refs can't look at everything.
That's right.
10 yards on the play, or penalty. That'll push the ball back to the 21-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and 12.
12, yes.
So a big play here. Pioneers get a break.
Providence needs to find a way to get a stop here.
Could have been a touchdown by Lukes. It's called back on the penalty. As the sun begins to drop down behind the trees, Lander's going to put it up, air it out to the left side.
Oh!
He caught the ball, but he was out of bounds. Great defense. Didn't give him any room to bring the ball in bounds, and number 22 caught it. Bennett Bile with the catch.
As a cornerback, the sideline is definitely your friend. It was a great job at a cornerback. Pretty good pass, just a little long.
Yeah. Joe Dennis coming out, and his limp is getting more pronounced as the game goes on. He comes out next quarter, he may have a peg leg.
Yes, you have to question what's going on with Mr. Dennis.
That's not a good sign.
No, not at all. Not a game of this magnitude.
7:40 to go, second quarter, 6-0 your score. Silver Creek scored in their first drive. It's been quiet ever since. Threatened that last time, but a big stop of the Pioneers. Handoff up the middle. Couldn't see the number. I'm guessing it's Caden Williams, and it is.
Yes, 27 Williams. Pretty good carry. This is definitely a series where Providence needs to put some points on the board. Defense is playing a lot better this week. Offense needs to make something happen. Build confidence going into halftime.
2 yards on the carry, 2nd down and 8. Sartini Field here at Murphy Stadium, Providence High School. They got their new concession area. That building was the original building, was finally replaced this season, and beautiful facility here at Providence.
Yes, these are top of the line.
Dennis under center. I backfield behind him. He's going to drop back and put it up, and he has a receiver. First down, nice pitch and catch that time.
I tell you what, he dropped back limping, but he threw an excellent pass. Great catch.
I think that was number 23 on the reception for the Pioneers.
Move the chains.
Bryce Drury.
Great pass and great catch.
Yeah, this is it's called toughing it out, and I know when your leg's hurting as a quarterback, that can really mess up a lot of your timing.
Oh, definitely.
Hands off to the first man through, and finds a little bit of a seam. He'll pick up 4 yards, maybe 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5.
I like the play call by the Providence coaches. It keeps the defense honest. You hit straight up the middle. That sets up for the long pass.
1st and 5, or 2nd and 5 rather, but that's, I think, maybe their best first down play of the night, which is nice when you're not playing 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9.
That's right.
2nd and 5 is, now you've got a few more tools in your arsenal.
The key is to keep moving the ball.
Dennis takes the snap, short drop, gets it out to the right side, and he's wrestled out of bounds. Tackled by number 9. That's Kobe Coleman on the stop, but reception by number 20. Folks, I'm just going to admit it.
23.
There's 23. I can't read these numbers.
I know we're having a hard time today, but I tell you cannot question the toughness of this kid, Dennis. He's hanging in there, throwing good passes while he's limping. Showing great toughness.
5:47 goes second quarter. Silver Creek 6, Providence nothing. Extra point was blocked, no good. And that's the difference so far in the ball game. Touchdown, no extra point. May become costly later on. If the Pioneer defense can hold up stretch play, and it's not stretched far enough.
Nowhere to go at all.
Just go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no problem, Mike. I'm sorry about that. But they must find a way to get number 27 Williams involved in this game.
Dennis, he's struggling to get back on that stretch play. The quarterback's got to get back to hand the ball to the running back, and he's not getting there.
Yes. Everything changes when your quarterback is limping.
Well, it messes the timing up, and therefore the running back's waiting a little longer. The play it's a quick hit play, but they aren't hitting it quick enough. 2nd and 10. Dennis short drop, throws to his right side, and he'll have a catch. That's Drury with the catch. 3, maybe 4 yards on the play.
Again, number 2 Dennis staying in the pocket, making a great pass. Gain of, I say, what?
It's 4.
4 yards.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd and 6.
They're moving the ball pretty well so far. Let's see if they can keep it going. Have 4 minutes to go. Getting points this series is very important.
Clock continues to run. Low-scoring game. I was expecting a little more points maybe tonight, but we haven't seen it yet. Pass out to Caden Williams. That's a great way to get him involved. And he goes out of bounds.
Great play call by the coaching staff. It appears they were thinking what I was thinking. We have to get this kid involved. Great execution by Providence.
Needed 6, he got 7, and that's going to be a first down for the Pioneers.
That's right, way to move the change. Building confidence moving into halftime.
Ball out of bounds will stop the clock at 4:15 to go. Pioneers trail 6-0. Story of the night is a couple of key penalties on plays by Silver Creek that have more points on the board. Holding call on a touchdown play brought the ball back and ended up no score. Quick hit play, offensive fullback Kevin Smith.
Yep, it's a way to keep the defense honest.
It's also easier on the quarterback where he doesn't have to do a lot of moving.
Oh, yes, definitely, but he will have to move to win this game.
2 yards on the carry, 2nd and 8. 3.5 to go here in the second quarter. 6-0 your score. Silver Creek with the lead. Providence putting together a nice little drive here in the second quarter. Motion is Schmidt. And the pass is targeted to Schmidt, but it's picked off by number 30. And he could go all the way. Nope. He's caught from behind by Smith and taken down. Interception, and he read that play all the way.
Yes, he did. He was eyeballing that play the whole time. The quarterback, Dennis, kind of showed where he was going with it.
Dylan Goodlett, the linebacker, he's a 5'7", 166-pound wet junior. Picked that one off and took it back the other way, and that's a big turnover for the Dragons.
Yes, it is. Both defenses are playing well at this time. That was a great opportunity for Providence. Now the defense has to step up, not allowing any more points on the board.
First turnover of the night, an interception. Goodlett picks off Dennis and takes it back the other way. Landers hands off to number 1, Graff.
Ooh.
And he's taken down by number 7, Caleb McCubbins.
Providence defense is riled up right now.
They're going to have to be if they want to get a stop and get out of this quarter without giving up points.
Yes, it's very big. We have a little under 3 minutes to go. Let's see if they can hold Silver Creek.
3 yards on the carry, 2nd and 7. Landers under center, puts Lukes in motion, hands off to the second man through, number 13, and he'll get down to about the 32-yard line.
I tell you, Silver Creek sticks by what they do. We're going to run the ball, pound you.
Russell on the carry, just a couple of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Big third down stop here. Pioneers can get it. Although I suspect Silver Creek is in 4-down territory at this point.
Yes, definitely. There's no reason to do anything but try to score.
Landers puts a man in motion. Drops back. He's going to roll out to his left. Has a man wide open downfield and makes the pass and reception.
Well, I tell you, that looked like a well-seasoned throw right there. I'm pretty surprised that they had no passing yards last week. I mean, they're looking good so far in the air tonight.
Mile wide open, and if he'd have been led just a bit on that pass, he might have been able to turn it up the sideline for a score, but as it was a little behind him and he had to make the catch, lost his footing. Hand off to Russell, right side, and he's going to pick up some positive yards down inside the 15 to about the 11.
Yeah, it's a good run. I also like the coaches are doing. They're using number 13 Russell as well, along with number 12 Garrett. Run.
Keeping Garrett fresh and keeping the defense honest. Nice gain of 7. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. A minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. A low-scoring 6-0 ball game. Silver Creek with the advantage. And the ball. Hand off to Lukes around the left side. Gets to the corner. He may have a first down, depending on where they spot it.
Looks like it's close.
Inside the 10.
See what they call here.
And they're going to say it's a first down.
First down.
One of those things I've noticed, they don't measure much anymore.
Oh, no, they just eyeball it.
It's amazing how these refs have become like laser eyes.
I could use those laser eyes right now trying to read these numbers on the jerseys.
I remember as a kid watching the NFL, they brought those chains out every 3 plays.
That's right.
Nowadays, you can't pay them to bring the chains out. Quick snap, direct snap to Garrett, down inside the 5-yard line before he stopped. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Pretty decent carry by the big guy. He is hard to bring down.
Under a minute to play here in the second quarter, and a timeout taken by the Pioneers. They want to talk it over and come up with maybe an answer if they can for Mr. Garrett. While they take a break, we'll take a break as well. We'll be right back right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Welcome back. We are glad to be here as the first half coming to a close. About 56.2 seconds left on the clock, and the Pioneers trying to keep the Dragons out of the end zone for the second time tonight. 2nd down and goal, ball on the 5-yard line. Landers goes back and talks to Garrett and Russell. Gets them set. Split backfield. Man in motion. And the handoff is to number 19. And he's dancing around, trying to get around the left side. Can't get the corner. Good pursuit by the Pioneers.
Oh, yes, it was. Great job out of Providence defense. That's a huge stop.
Silver Creek going to have to decide whether they want to take a timeout. And they do. With 37 seconds left to go, Coach Tableau's got to stop that clock so he can get another play called. While they do that, we'll show some love to our sponsors, and we'll let them speak to you for just a moment. We'll be right back right after this on Glycod.com.
Glycod.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, Glycod.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch video, audio, live, and archived. That's Glycod.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, too, at Glycod.
We're back here, live action. 37.7 seconds to go. 3rd and goal, ball on the 4-yard line. Maybe the 3-yard line, sorry. I'm a little bit of an angle here. Silver Creek threatening. They're trying to put it up 2 scores. 6-0 your score. Silver Creek with the lead and the ball. Hand off to Garrett, left side. Can they get him out of the end zone? No, he gets across. 3-yard touchdown.
Great play call by the coach. Going to the big guy, number 12 Garrett. No problem.
Went to the weak side of the offensive line where he didn't have the tight end over there, and defense just didn't shift in time, and boom, he poked it through. He gets ahead of steam up, he's going to score.
Oh, no doubt about it. I'm enjoying watching this kid right now.
Silver Creek line up to kick the extra point. They missed their first one, so this Could make it a 13-0 game if it's good. Kicker is number 4, Barrett. Snap is high, but the hold is good and the kick is good. And the score with 32.9 seconds left to go in the first half, Silver Creek 13, Providence nothing. Interesting ball game so far, Antoine, and you got the sense that Providence isn't out of this one if they can just solve a couple of issues on defense, a couple of mistakes.
Yes, it's just a couple mistakes. I mean, the defense is playing pretty well, but they just have to find a way to keep points from getting on the board. So I'm expecting a more aggressive defense in the second half.
Silver Creek set to kick off. Last time they kicked off was kind of a short pooch kick taken by an up back. You got to wonder, is that a strategy or was it just a bad kick, or you just can't hardly tell these days in high school.
Yeah, to me it looked like it could have been a bad kick. But as you said, you never know.
Daniel Barrett is the kicker. He's a senior, 5'10", 211-pound senior. He's a big boy. He's got a big leg on him. If he can get that leg going, he can put the ball down there. We'll find out what they want to do here. Sometimes they squib kick these things just to get the clock started, and
which that may be a good idea right now.
We'll see what happens.
No, Mike, that's one thing I wasn't good at, was kicking the ball.
Yeah, I usually kicked it when I was supposed to catch it. Short kick, going to be taken by the up back, number 10 again. And he'll get out to about the 35-yard line where Providence will start. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there. It's westbound and down, as they say in Smokey and the Bandit land.
Oh, yes. I know there's only 30 seconds to go, but I'm still taking my chances.
Nothing like a 40-year-old movie reference on a Saturday night in football land.
Hey, I didn't know you. I didn't know you was 40, Mike.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
40-plus, 40-ish or more. And it's going to be a tight formation. Providence looking just to take a knee and get out of the quarter. And that's what appears they're going to do. They may have to run one more play because they had 28 seconds on the game clock. We'll see when they reset it here.
Looks like the Providence coaches want to get into halftime and regroup and get ready for the second half.
They get it figured out. We'll get it figured out as well. 13-0 your score. 2-1, and that's going to be the end of the half where they don't make them run another play, and everybody runs to the concession stand or the restroom or wherever you may have to run. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this with our halftime coverage right here on GlyCod.com. Stay with us. Our halftime coverage begins right after this.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly, designing, building, innovating.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com. Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A Pacesetter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pacesetter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pacesetter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance, you know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700.
Class, make sure you have the textbook by Monday. It's only $500 in the bookstore.
Being a student is expensive. Don't let fees at your bank be an added expense. With a Centra Free checking account, you'll have access to more than 5,000 shared branch locations and nearly 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. And when we say free, we mean it. Stop in at your nearest Centra location to open a free checking account or visit us online at Centra.org to open one from the comfort of your own home. Centra Credit Union, centered around you, federally insured by NCUA.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
And welcome back here. Mike and Antoine, halftime coverage, and we're here as Providence honoring some of their outstanding athletic programs, including their state championship baseball team out in the field right now, or some of the members of the team. Several graduated, but we are here at a football game tonight, and the score at halftime, Silver Creek 13, Providence nothing, and we don't have much for you tonight in the way of stats, but one thing I can tell you is that it's been a pretty impressive night for Mr. Jacob Garrett for the Dragons, as he's can't tell you exactly what he's got as far as yardage, but one thing I can tell you is he's an impact player.
Oh, definitely. Very impressed with number 12, Garrett. I'm also impressed with number 13, Russell. They are using him a lot. If I'm Silver Creek, I'll continue to do what I'm doing. Run the ball, control the clock. That's a good way to get the win tonight.
On the other hand, Providence's defense tonight, they've really been asked to do a lot because there apparently was an injury early in the game, early in the first quarter, to Joe Dennis, quarterback of the Pioneers. It looked like something happened to his right leg, maybe a knee or an ankle. He has not been the same since that sprint out to the left side early in the game, and he's been visibly limping and getting worse as the game goes on. And how critical is that for the Pioneers?
It is very critical. First of all, I want to say Dennis is showing great toughness. Never question his toughness. But when your quarterback is limping, it does change timing. It just changes everything. He's a very important position, but he's hanging in there. He's still throwing good passes. So they are still finding a way to move the ball a little bit. We just have to move it a little more. Defense, I think they're playing well. You know, they've held a very good running team to 13 points. We have to get the offense on the same page with the defense tonight.
It's a tough thing to try to do as they're going. They're showing a girls. Was it these volleyball? Yeah, Providence. They're doing well in every sport. It seems like so,
which is a good thing.
They just keep sending them out. You know, their academic team doing pretty well too. So
yes, and I can tell about the facility that they take education with pride, as well they should.
They do very much. Well, we'll go ahead and take another break. We'll come back and we'll kind of give you some keys to the second half and give you our thoughts for what they're worth on what each team has to do to finish this game strong. That's still to come right here on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. WM Kelly, designing, building, innovating.
Class, make sure you have the textbook by Monday. It's only $500 in the bookstore.
Being a student is expensive. Don't let fees at your bank be an added expense. With a Centra Free checking account, you'll have access to more than 5,000 shared branch locations and nearly 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. And when we say free, we mean it. Stop in at your nearest Centra location to open a free checking account or visit us online at Centra.org to open one from the comfort of your own home. Centra Credit Union, centered around you, federally insured by NCUA.
Mayhem is everywhere. I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs, call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
And welcome back here as we are at halftime. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, and we're going to get that right before the game is over, I promise. And it is 13-0, Silver Creek on top of Providence here at halftime. The clock counting down, about 7 minutes to go till teams are back and at it. Any thoughts on what teams have to do? Let's just focus here on Silver Creek for a moment because they're in the lead, so they've got to manage the game, I guess, and find a way to keep Providence out of the end zone. Any changes that you see Coach Dablow dabbling with here at halftime?
You know, this is kind of a weird game. They only have 13 points, but I think it's one of those games where the score doesn't really tell the story. They've pretty much been dominating on offense, so if I'm the coach, I say, hey, let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's just do it better. And there you go. Yeah,
that's a pretty simple and straightforward thing. And typically this time we're giving you a scoreboard update for all the other high school games tonight. We do want to thank our sponsor of our scoreboard update segment, and that is brought to you by Allstate agent Brian Wright in Jeffersonville. For a free quote on your car insurance, you can stop by his office. He's just across from Jeffersonville High School, or you can call him at 282-2970. That's Allstate's Brian Wright. We'll go ahead and take our final break. When we come back, we'll talk about what Providence has to do to get back in this ball game, but we'll do that after this break. That's coming up right here, right now on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Mayhem is everywhere. I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
In Jeffersonville, call Allstate agent Brian Wright today.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back here as halftime continues. 3 minutes or so until the second half underway. The Dragons return to the field, coming out of the locker room, probably feeling pretty good about themselves. They sit on a 13-0 lead here. Pioneers have yet to make their emergence as Coach Dennison probably has a few choice words for his team. Not that he's yelling at them or anything, but he might. You never know. I know coaches, that's what they do. They yell, especially in the locker room at halftime.
A lot of the good ones do, Mike. A lot of the good ones do.
It's all motivational, of course.
Yes.
But let's talk about the Pioneers, Antoine. What you know, there's a lot of things when you're losing 2 touchdowns and things aren't quite going your way. There's always a lot of things you can change or would like to change. What may be the 1 or 2 key things that they've got to solve here in the second half for the Pioneers?
Well, they have to take advantage of the opportunities. That's one thing I noticed. Every time Silver Creek does make a mistake, Providence is not able to come back and take advantage of it. So if I'm Providence, take advantage of all your opportunities, but you must stay up, stay confident. There's no reason to get down. You're still in the game. It's 13-0. It's nowhere near over. Defense is playing pretty well. Again, like I said earlier, the offense has to find a way to catch up.
One thing that will go in the favor of the Dragons, they're going to come out and they're going to get the ball to start the second half because Providence won the toss to start the game and then deferred, thinking that, actually Providence will get the ball. Because Silver Creek got the first.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, so Providence is going to come out and get the kick.
Which that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe it worked in their favor. They assumed, when you defer the kick, you usually assume the other team's going to take the ball. As a coach, I've always wanted somebody to do that to me because then I was going to kick it anyway. Because I assumed they didn't want the ball to start, so I'm going to give it to them.
Well, it depends on, some coaches just have the ultimate confidence in their offense. They know they're going to score, so, hey, why not put points on the board first?
All right, well, Providence still yet to come out, and usually when that happens, they put more time on the board, and then it messes with all their announcers because we only have so many commercials we can run at halftime, and that's just frustrating because now I have to talk, and you don't want to hear me talk. One thing I do want to shout out to our producer, Steve Bird, who works with us and covers not only our games but other games on glycod.com. We're not just video streaming, but we work radio. We've got audio streaming. We work with other formats as well. So Steve Bird working behind the scenes on a lot of different formats. Tonight more focused in on our game, but he made sure to point out to me that my reference westbound and down was should have been eastbound and down. Now, Steve, I just want you to let you know I did know that, but because the Pioneers were going west, I just thought it was more appropriate. But you're right, it is from the old Smokey and the Bandit movie. The song was Eastbound and Down. Jerry Reed, sang that song.
Great observation, Mr. Steve Bird.
Yeah, he is the man with the plan. He's on the spot,
right.
And we appreciate him because he's the one that feeds us all the scores and the updates of other games. And fortunately, in Southern Indiana, this is it tonight. And I guess if you want to have a spotlight game, pretty good game between Providence and Silver Creek, their first matchup ever in school history. And so there's some anticipation tonight. The Silver Creek fans pretty happy with what they've seen so far. Providence fans kind of shown up late tonight, but they've shown up. Not quite the crowd you'd expect on a Friday night, but man, this weather has turned out to be beautiful tonight.
It is excellent. It is excellent. I was actually freezing when I got here, but now it's just comfortable. It's perfect football weather.
Yeah, the clouds moved away right before game time, which made our clock angle impossible, but you'll be seeing that here shortly as now the sun is set behind the trees, which is almost directly the angle we were shooting at, and it just was blowing away our iris on our camera. So, again, there are limitations to what we're able to do and provide you at this level, but we want to give you the best we can, and we're working on that every week to improve our broadcast and bring you more information, more looks, more angles, and more graphics and things like that. So keep your eyes open. We're doing a lot of great things here at GlyCod.com. It's only going to get better as the season progresses. And then, heading into basketball in November. And I'm sure you'd like to call a few of those games too, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely looking forward to basketball season. But don't get me wrong, I love my football.
Speaking of football, Antoine, you male high school product.
Yes.
Played for Coach Redmond.
Yes.
And then you went on to a small school.
Yeah. Well, some people call it small. I'm not sure you can tell a Louisville fan that.
Yeah.
They're all up in Indianapolis supporting their team right now. So it's definitely an honor to be here. And I am a former football player, so I understand the good things that football does for our kids. So I am a big supporter of Louisville football.
Now, one thing you did actually play at U of L under Coach Schnellenberger your first year, and I've just always been fascinated with him because he's the man that really revitalized, almost single-handedly revitalized Louisville football, put us back on the map when we really weren't on the map at all after coming up here from Miami. And what was it like playing with Coach Schnellenberger?
You know, he is one of the best coaches that I've ever played for. Him and his long with Coach Redmond as well. He was tough. But he was your father away from home. You could talk to him, and he pretty much was there for you. So I had a very good experience with Coach Howard Schnellenberger at U of L, and I really appreciate him giving the opportunity to wear the Louisville jersey.
Yeah, Howard Schnellenberger, a local legend because of his commitment to Louisville football, and that being played out on the big screen tonight up in Indianapolis on a marquee game. U of L opens the season, I believe, ranked 16th, and taking on Purdue. We don't have an update. I don't know if Steve Bird has the ability. I shouldn't say that. Of course he has the ability. If he has the time is probably the better way to say it. If he has a chance to get us maybe an update on that score, we'll bring that to you. But right here, it's Silver Creek and Providence. And good game on a Saturday night. 13-0, Silver Creek with the advantage. And they're going to get this thing moving here as the halftime comes to a close. And it's time for the third quarter. Interesting to see if Joe Dennis is able to go for the Pioneers. He's over on the sideline there working his arms. So
this kid is showing great toughness tonight. He knows his team is in desperate need for a win. He's doing everything he can to help them get that.
It's a little different than it is at the collegiate level, whether you've got trainers and you have different ways to treat some of these injuries as nicks and cuts and get him more prepared to come back out on the field. High school level, they got tape.
Yes. I'm assuming, though, since they're allowing Mr. Dents to still play, it's probably something that he can shake off.
Yeah. Barrett will kick off for the Dragons, and we'll get the second quarter going here. Deep for the Pioneers. Number 22, I believe.
Yes, number 22.
Or is that a 32? I can't make it out from this distance. 32 is Preston Taylor. That's the deep man. Williams and number 10, the upbacks. And number 10 gets the ball again.
Ooh.
Gets through the first wave of tacklers out across the 40, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. Not a bad start.
No, not at all. That's an excellent way to start the second half. Physical, hard run. Hopefully the rest of the team can feed off that.
All right, well, we've got 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 42-yard line, and we will see what happens for the Pioneers. Can they get it to go here? And there you go, clock camera now working, and life is good here in the broadcast booth.
All right.
1st and 10. Hand off to Smith. Nice carry. He gets out across the 50-yard line.
I tell you what, Providence is coming out the second half jacked up. That's what we need.
Just short of a first down. They're going to make it 2nd and 1. Well, the 2nd and inches, really. Just short of the 48-yard line. This is about as short a second down as you can have and still be a second down. Dennis hands off. Smith again pops through, and it'll be a first down officially now.
Great run by number 21, Smith. Good play call by the coach. And push it right down the throats.
Providence, a couple of quick hits up the middle with Smith, and first down. 1st and 10, ball inside the 45-yard line, just short of the 44. 11 and a half to go here. Third quarter action, second half just underway. 13-0 your score. And a handoff to Smith again. Third time a charm? Well, not so much. He picked up a couple maybe.
Good stop by the Silver Creek defense. That was not food that time.
That goes back to the old school way of coaching, and a lot of coaches thought of this, not just Gene Sartini here at Providence, but I'm going to keep running that play till you stop it.
That's right. Now let's see what they call next. I'll say let's go to the air.
I formation in the backfield, Smith and Williams. Dennis, short drop out to the left side, and he'll make a pitch and catch. First pass reception there on number 23, and that is Bryce Drury. That's not his first catch, my mistake.
Good pass, good catch. Keep the defense honest.
Just picked up a couple of yards, though. It's going to be 3rd and about 7. Perfect football night. Just the coolness in the air. It almost feels like fall, even though it technically is officially still summer, although my pool doesn't think it is. Joe Dennis under center. Short drop. Going to go straight down the middle of the field, and Drury is going to be tied up by number 3, and that's a pass interference. Big break for the Pioneers.
I really like what the Providence offensive coordinator is doing right now, trying to move the ball, understanding that we need to get some points.
Aggressive play calling there. Puts it down straight down the middle. And Bile gets tied up with the receiver, and it's going to be a pass interference call. Unlike college or pros, they don't put it to the spot of the foul. They mark off yards. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it'll put the ball down to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pioneers, a big break.
This goes back to what I said. Can Providence take advantage of Silver Creek's mistakes?
Best drive of the night for the Pioneers so far. Offensive line coming out. Handoff to Williams. Nothing there. He'll get to the 25-yard line. Picks up a 1.
Yeah, that was a great job by the Silver Creek defense. They read that the whole way.
He sniffed that one out.
Hardly nothing there.
2nd and 9 for the 25-yard line.
This is going to be an interesting call for the Providence offense.
Big offensive series here for the Pioneers. First time they've touched the ball the second half here. They've taken the second half opening kickoff, marched it down to the 25-yard line. Offensively, their deepest penetration of the night. Yeah. Oh, that looked bad from the start. I'm not sure what that play was. It was a pass.
Yes, it was definitely a pass, but this is where the injury to the quarterback, Dennis, comes into play. He just could not get away, and he does have a little mobility when he's not limping.
Well, I don't know about you, but as I saw that unfold, normally when I see them come through so easily, I'm thinking, is that a screen? Yes. I don't know if it was a screen or not, but he had nowhere to go.
No, he had nowhere to go that time. No matter what it was, great play by the Silver Creek defense.
He had that look of the zebra right before the lion jumped on his back. It was just like, uh-oh.
Yes.
There's nowhere to go.
They may want to keep the screen in mind, though. It might have been there.
It's got a loss of 6. It'll be 3rd and 15. Big stop there from the defense. Schmidt in motion. Dennis rolls to his right, puts it up, and throws it behind Schmidt. And you can just see that his mechanics are off because his legs are off.
Yes, timing, everything. Again, that's an open receiver. So we have to find a way to get him the ball when he's open, take advantage of your opportunities. You don't get many of them in football.
Yeah, I don't want to harp on that because
yes.
I'm not trying to pick on Mr. Dennis. He's doing a heroic effort here, if you ask me. But
definitely.
But that's the reason why he's not getting to where he needs to get, and he's not getting his feet set properly, so the throws don't come out properly. It's all mechanics.
Again, there's no way to question his toughness.
Big 4th down play, 4th and 15.
Like the play call.
They can throw it out to Williams. Can he make something happen? Gets through the first wave, but not nearly enough, and it's going to turn over on downs, and Providence's best effort to score is going to come up short.
I tell you, Dennis can barely run. But I also want to say I like the play call. They have to find a way to get Williams involved in this game. Good stop out of Silver Creek defense.
Got it out in the hands of Caden Williams, and he's been relatively quiet tonight.
Yeah, surprisingly. He's one of the fastest guys on the field.
Well, he's not fast if he doesn't have the ball.
That's right.
1st and 10. Silver Creek's first offensive series of the second half. And a couple of yards.
Yes, that was a carry by number 1, Graff. Great stop out of Providence defense.
Coming to the near side.
Again, Silver Creek just doing what they do. Pound, pound, pound. Eat the clock up.
Landers setting the offense. They don't really do a huddle anymore. That's out of fashion these days. Hands off to number 3. Luke's going back to the left side, and he's bottled up. Defense sniffed that one out. They've seen that play a lot tonight and read it well this time.
Looks like the tackle was by number 50, Wagner. Great job out of Providence defense.
Jack Wagner, he's all you need out there.
Again, Silver Creek staying on the ground. Run, run, run.
Going to be 3rd and 6. Good stop by the defense. Can they come up with one more here, because pretty much not 4-down territory.
It's a very important play for the Providence defense. Only down 13-0.
Tight formation offensively, man in motion. And he drops back to pass, pulls it down, and he loses the ball. It's on the ground. And Providence recovers a fumble. Jack Wagner, the man on the spot.
Again, as I said, Providence defense is playing well tonight. There's a turnover. Now the question is, can the offense take advantage of another good situation?
Landers did what he's done well tonight in many situations where he pulled the ball down, was trying to make it on the ground, and was very close to a first down when the ball got stripped. Jack Wagner, Johnny on the spot, and it's a Providence ball. Great turnover. 1 turnover for each team now.
Keep your eye on number 86, Schmidt. Need to get him involved as well.
He's in the flanker position. Handoff up the middle. And that again is Smith.
Yes, good game.
Kevin Smith with the carry.
Good play call. Keep the defense honest. Quarterback Dennis is still limping a little bit, but he's hanging in there showing great toughness.
5-yard pickup for Smith. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Pioneers can keep positive yards per play. What's happened to them on drives is they'll move the ball, and then they'll have one play where they lose a significant amount of yardage, and they're not built to overcome that apparently.
Yes, they have to finish off drives.
I formation. Dennis under the center. Delayed handoff to Williams. Counter play. Goes back to the right side. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. He'll pick up a couple more.
Yeah, it was a short gain onto the right side. Let's see what the coach calls here for the next play. Third down and long 2.
This is an interesting play call here. Providence definitely in 4-down territory. They trail 13-0. They're down by 2 scores, so they really got nothing to lose here. They've got to get not only a first down, they need points on this drive.
Yes.
And they really need a touchdown. Hand off to Smith, quick hitter. He'll get a couple of yards, but it's not going to be a first down, I don't believe. And it's going to bring up an interesting 4th down play.
You almost have no choice but to go for this. You're in your territory.
It's 4th and about 2 feet, maybe a foot. It's short.
Good stop by the Silver Creek defense.
Well, I tell you one play they're not going to call, and that's a quarterback sneak because Mr. Dennis has got nothing to push off of.
That's right, Mike, and that is a huge thing.
Well, many times you'd call a quarter,
and they did it.
He did it, but he had no push. Did he get a bounce to the right-hand side? We'll have to see what happened.
Doesn't look like they're going to give it to him.
Doesn't look like it, no.
Yeah. Again, that's a tough play call. You know, your quarterback's limping. Normally, though, that would be an excellent call.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the call I would have made, but, you know, Coach Dennison knows his team and his personnel.
Right. That's right.
You know, I'm not questioning him.
Not at all. Not at all.
Turnover on downs, and Silver Creek survives that turnover. They don't lose anything on it.
Yes.
Other than a little pride, perhaps.
That's right.
Landers goes back under center. Little flip to Garrett, I believe.
I tell you, this Providence defense is hanging in there. I mean, they're keeping their team in the game. Again, Silver Creek doing what they do best.
3-yard gain. McCubbins on the stop for the Pioneers. 2nd and 7, and you're right. The Pioneers defense is really they're working hard, trying to keep this game in hand so the offense can figure out something.
That's right.
Landers talking to his running back, sets the line, puts his man in motion, and he hands off to the motion man. Lukes goes right side, and he's caught from behind, but not before he picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Big number 19 for the Pioneers chased him down on the backside. Caleb Lindquist.
Good run by number 3.
One thing you don't like to see is your right side or your left side defensive tackle have to chase down a running back from behind, but good job by Lindquist on the tackle. 3rd and 3. Providence needs a stop here if they'd like to get a ball back anytime soon.
Interesting play call here.
Motion. And a handoff. Russell off to the races. And taken down by number 10. And Jonah Scott knocks him down and out of bounds, but not before he picks up a huge gain down to the 25-yard line.
Great run by Russell. As I told you at halftime, he's very involved in this game tonight. And again, Silver Creek doing what they do, run the ball.
That was so impressive, it almost knocked my camera over.
Oh, me too. I almost jumped. I thought it was gone. But again, Providence still hanging in this game. They're on the 25-yard line. They have not scored yet. So, hey, let's see if the defense can get a stop.
Scott with a touchdown-saving tackle there. He was the last man to catch him. And he managed to get it done, but nice run by Russell.
Yes, it was.
Now he's out in the flanker spot, now in motion. Goes around the left side. Russell carries again. And another 5 yards or so.
They've been running that play all night. I guess they think they're going to break it eventually. Good pursuit by the defense.
They now move to the far side of the field at the greatest distance from our camera. We push in to give you the best shot we can. .325 to go. Third quarter, 13-0 the score. Silver Creek on top. Providence trying to get a stop, just can't quite get the runner down. Lukes with the carry again.
Yes, they attacked the right side. Pretty good game. Providence defense still fighting.
Luke's got 2 more. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 18-yard line.
Big 3rd down play.
Landers making sure the line knows what the play is. Split backs behind him, motion man. And that handoff is to Russell once again. Or is that Garrett? No, that's Garrett this time.
I think it's Russell.
Is it? Yeah, it is. It is Russell. You're right.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a load of carries tonight. I like that.
What I need to do is start a uniform manufacturing company and sell these kids uniforms that I can actually see, because I can't read these numbers.
Well, Mike, if it makes you feel better, I can't see them either.
I think everybody in the booth up here is just like, did anybody see that? You know?
A lot of smiles in the booth tonight.
You need binoculars and a telescope. That was Garrett. I can tell you for sure Garrett with the ball. Gang tackled.
Great job out of Providence defense. Again, They are playing well tonight.
But not before he picks up enough for a first down inside the 15-yard line. And a first down it is as the ref signals first down.
Well, I tell you what, Silver Creek and Mr. Garrett, number 12, had to work hard for that first down. And that's pretty much all you can do. He is a load to bring down.
Ball on the 14-yard line. Minute 47 to go. Motion is faked. Handoff to Garrett this time. He bounces around in there, may pick up a yard or two. No more than that.
Looks like the Providence defense has something to stop number 12 Garrett tonight. Maybe that's why we're seeing number 13 Russell a lot.
Well, you got weapons. Use them all.
Oh, that's right. It's going to help you in the playoffs, too, to have everybody involved and confident.
That's right. As you go along the season, one game Garrett may pick up 200 yards. The next game you find out Russell can carry the load, and you're going to need them all when you start hitting playoffs and try to take this deep into November. The ultimate goal to get to Lucas Oil Friday after Thanksgiving. Landers throws it in and out of the hands of number 5 for the Dragons. Number 5 is Dylan Witt. Had a couple of nice punt returns tonight, but that time in and out of his hands.
Yes, passes right to his hands. A pretty good pass. Fortunate for the Providence defense that he dropped it.
Yeah, coaching from my little league coach, youth football league all the way up. Coach would always say one thing: if it hits your hands, you got to catch it.
You have to. As a former All-State receiver, that's one thing Coach Redmond demanded. If it touches your hands, you must bring it in.
3rd and 9. 13, Russell goes through across the 10 down to about the 7, maybe the 8-yard line.
I tell you, number 13, Russell, he runs the ball hard as well. But Providence is doing a good job gang tackling. Again, another 4th down situation.
It's going to be 4th and 4. Ball on the 8-yard line. And this could be a big stop for the Pioneers. And it looks as if Silver Creek is going to kick for a field goal.
Oh, okay. Like they play call by the coach as well.
Look at that. Leaning the camera out. Kick is up and good.
And it's good.
Look at that. We got it on camera. How about that? I would like a raise.
You're doing a great job over there, Mike, on the camera.
Folks, you have no idea. With 5.6 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Silver Creek extends their lead to 16-0.
Yes, again, it's hard to blame the defense. They've been on the field the majority of the game. They've had a lot of big stops. So let's see what the Providence offense can do this last quarter. We still have 5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
I'm just curious. I don't know if you'd have an opinion on this, but Silver Creek has kicked off 3 times. All 3 times they've kicked it short and up to the right side of the field, as we're looking at it, to number 10. Why not switch him and Caden Williams and just dare them to kick it deep? Because I'm not sure the kicker's got the leg to do it.
It appears he doesn't. And that is an interesting thought, Mike.
Nothing against number 10, Jonas Scott of the Pioneers, but if I want to put the ball in the hands of an explosive back, get it in the hands of Caden Williams and make something happen. But, that's just me.
Well, adjustments are very important in games. So, coaches and players have the responsibility to take advantage of all the opportunities.
Barrett to kick off again, and he has not demonstrated that he has the leg to kick it more than maybe 30 yards. So I'm thinking, and he doesn't line up like he's going to approach the ball to kick it more than 30 yards. It's just an interesting, they just take a 3-step kick, end of the hand of Scott. He gets through the first wave. One man to beat. And gets out across the 50 to the 45-yard line.
I think number 10 heard you, Mike.
I think I offended him. Hey, whatever it takes, man. Get him back in the ball game.
That's right.
At the end of 3, it's going to be
and number 10 is Mr. Jonas Scott.
Yeah, the end of 3 quarters. Providence 0, Silver Creek 16. We'll take a break and be right back right after this on GlideCod.com. Stay with us.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
And welcome back here as fourth quarter gets underway. 12 minutes left in the ball game. Silver Creek in control 16-0, but Providence has the ball and pretty good field position in the Dragon territory at the 45-yard line thanks to that kickoff return by Scott, who I'm not dissing him, but I guess maybe I gave him a challenge. That's what I'll say.
Yes, well, he definitely stepped up to the challenge.
Hand off to Smith. Straight ahead. He'll pick up maybe 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7.
Good carry. Gained about 3 or 4 yards. Silver Creek was there for the stop.
Second and 7. Dennis drops back, puts the ball up. Nice looking pass, but in and out of the hands of a defender. Luke's had it and couldn't hold on.
Another break for Providence. There was interception dropped. Got to take advantage of the opportunity to have an extra play. Again, it's only 16-0. The game's not over.
Dennis looking for Schmidt. That number, you've been looking for Schmidt to get more involved in the ball game, and he just couldn't get the ball there.
Yes, definitely been kind of quiet tonight. I suspect he'll get involved here soon.
16-0, Silver Creek with the advantage. Providence trying to find the end zone tonight. Dennis, quick out pass. Receiver breaks away, going down the sideline, dodges a tackle, and is finally brought down inside the 20.
I'll tell you what about this kid, Dennis? He's still limping. He hung in the pocket, threw an excellent pass, great run after the catch. Moved the chains. If they find a way to get the ball in the end zone this time, this is a game again.
Providence down, I think, their deepest penetration of the night, down to the 19-yard line. First red zone appearance for the Pioneers tonight.
First and 10 Pioneers.
And we're going to have an official timeout. So they stop the clock, and they're trying to get the score of the Louisville game, too. So you say, I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to be honest with you, Mike. I was waiting for the update.
I have no idea. I'll check with our Steve Bird. And Steve Bird has the update, and it's tied at 7 at the 3:21 mark of the first quarter. U of L 7, Purdue 7.
Okay.
So that's an interesting score.
Okay.
Here it's 16-0. Dennis going to put it up in the air through the hands of Schmidt again. Can't pull it in. Pass thrown just a little high.
Yes, but the quarterback put it pretty much the only place he could put it, for the catch to be made. So the receiver has to find a way to go up and get that.
That'll bring it up second down and 10. Ball at the 19.
Again, the Providence coaches, they know what they have in Dennis. They left him in. It's turned out to be the right decision.
I formation, Smith, Williams behind the quarterback, under center. Drops back, throws it out to the left side. He's going to stay in bounds and be just short of a first down at the 10-yard line. 3rd and 1. Ball at the 10.
Very good job out of Providence offense. They're hanging in there, still fighting.
Deepest penetration of the night now for the Pioneers.
Must get points.
10 yards away. They've got to get a touchdown and 2-point conversions, and they're still in this ball game. Dennis, straight handoff to Smith. He's got the first down.
All right.
He had enough forward motion, and it's going to be a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Pioneers knock it on the door.
Good job by the Providence offense. Silver Creek must understand that this game is not over, so the defense cannot have a letdown.
Best looking drive of the night so far for the Pioneers.
Definitely.
Coming late in the game, 10:22 in the fourth quarter, and they trail 16-0. They've taken a timeout. Dennis, his limping getting more pronounced. They bring the sidelines to him at this point. But while they take this break, we will take a break as well, and we'll be right back right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't
Exciting
yours.
Friday night action comes your way on glycod.com with coverage of high school teams from throughout southern Indiana. Brought to you in part by Allstate agent Packy Page and W.M. Kelly Company. It's New Albany and Bedford North Lawrence. Live Friday, September 8th, starting at 6:30 p.m. on glycod.com, where you'll also find out about other broadcasts, including live HD video. That's glycod.com.
Back here is big play. Pioneers with the ball. And then pick up maybe a couple of yards. Caden Williams with the carry.
Good hard run. They have to find a way to get this ball in the end zone. This is an opportunity that you cannot waste. 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Silver Creek defense has got to hang in there and get a stop.
Ball down at the 7-yard line. Tight formation. Pitch to Caden Williams. Looked like he had a seam to the outside. Cut it back up. Down to the 5.
You're exactly right, Mike. But it's easy to make that call up here in the booth. But he did have the outside.
Yeah, he had a better. I could just see one angle, but I know he was seeing something completely different, and that's not a disagreement, just an observation.
Trust me, that he'll see it on film. Very big possession for Providence. It's at the 4-yard line, maybe?
I believe it is at the 4, and we got a whistle.
Look like a little confusion out there by Providence.
And the Pioneers take a timeout.
Every time I see Dennis limp, I just have no choice but to applaud his courage and toughness. Doing whatever it takes for his team to win.
We're going to stay here with it. Yeah. I'm doing some technical things here, trying to keep stuff moving forward. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I was making sure we're still on the air. Again, this is a very important play call. I see why the coaches called a timeout with a little confusion for Providence. Silver Creek defensive coaches, you just got to find a way to get a stop, hold them to a possible field goal. But at this point, I'm thinking Providence needs touchdowns and 2-point conversions.
Yeah, this is a critical play for Coach Dennison, and he's got to make sure that they are not confused. So many times this happens because there's an urgency on the field. The players feel it. They get a little panicky, and the one thing you don't want to do is pull the trigger on a play that you're not sure of, because that's when bad things can happen. A fumble, missed handoff, person goes the wrong way, blocker pulls he wasn't supposed to. You just don't know.
You have to find a way to score, so very good timeout by the coaches.
Going to roll this out just a bit to see if I can get as much of this as I can, folks. Doing my best here.
You're doing a good job, Mike. I'm very curious to see what the play call is going to be here on offense.
It's a pass, and it's thrown up in the air and just through the hands of can't believe I can't see that
Looks like
number.
number 20.
made the effort, but just a little high. Dennis's throws to the outside, especially to the right, have been high tonight.
Yes.
And that could be contributed some to his feet. Footwork makes a big difference in that.
Well, to me, it looks like Providence has two options here. You can try to punch the ball in, or I would look for number 86. He's a big body. He's been open. Throw it up. Give him a chance to go for it.
That is going to be a pass.
Oh, pass.
And it's going to be incomplete in the end zone. No penalty flags.
Great stop by the Silver Creek defense.
And Silver Creek dodges a bullet there. Maybe the best effort of the Pioneers to date.
Yes.
But it's going to be short.
Once again, Providence came up short. So let's see what Silver Creek does moving forward. I'm assuming they're going to keep running and pounding the ball just like they've been doing the whole game. Got two real good running backs in the backfield of Silver Creek as well.
Well, this is going to be a deep hole for the Dragons. Break for the Pioneers if they can get a 4 and out.
Yes.
Or a turnover down here deep in the field. You never know what can happen. Defense follows the man in motion. It's a handoff to the left side, stopped at the 5-yard line. 12 or 13, we can't tell.
I thought it was number 12, Garrett. We're great to find out.
It is Garrett. You're right.
Yes.
He's a little bit bigger build. That's the only thing I can see.
That's exactly the difference. Great job out of Providence defense, gang tackling him. He is a load to bring down, but they have been putting licks on him tonight. Defense, again, for Providence, playing well.
Handoff again. Big cut back to the right side, and it's a foot race going to be dragged down from behind.
It's like number 12.
Garrett on the run that time. And that's why I don't lean the camera out, because I can't bring it back fast enough to keep up with a big run.
Again, if you like hard-nosed, straight-up-the-gut football, Silver Creek, that's what they do. Run, 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 and they continue to move the chains.
Hayden Burke, one of the backup quarterbacks, also plays on the defense, chased him down from behind. Big stop because Garrett was off to the races. Big first down play, ball at the 30-yard line. 25-yard run from Garrett that time. Maybe his biggest run of the night.
Yeah, I'm almost sure it was. Good job out of Providence defense, stuffing the middle. Again, Silver Creek running the ball, controlling the clock, controlling the field.
He got forward progress out to the 34-yard line before the pile moved him back a couple. So 4-yard carry, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock now becoming a bigger problem for the Pioneers than anything else, as they trail by 16 to nothing. Silver Creek touchdown in the first half, one in the third quarter, and second one in the second quarter, then a field goal in the third quarter. And another run from Mr. Garrett out to the 40-yard line. Is it enough for a first down? They say he hit down at the 39 and rolled forward. So
he's just a little short. I think the Providence defense is starting to wear down a little bit. This running game by Silver Creek is just taking a toll on them.
Well, you try to tackle Mr. Garrett, 40 times a game. He's a load.
You know what, Mike? I got to be honest. I don't want any part of it.
Well, you were a safety.
Yeah. Well, maybe back then, but at this point, I'll probably get ran over.
I hear you. Russell with a carry this time. A little change of pace to the right side, and nothing doing there. Did he get the first down? Looks like he did. Forward progress says yes.
Did they give it to him?
He did.
Okay.
Got out across the 40, and that's where they spotted. That's what he needed.
Number 13, Russell, he runs the ball hard as well.
Helmet came off, so a player has to come out.
That was a big first down for Silver Creek, too.
This game is unfolding, I think, the way many people predicted it would. I think a lot of people, if you asked, thought Silver Creek was the favorite. But Providence, I'm going to tip a hat to them tonight. They've played really tough, especially on defense.
Oh, yes.
Big stop in the backfield. Garrett just couldn't get anything going that time. Great penetration from the Providence defense. That's something you've heard for 40 years. Providence defense always comes to the rescue.
And, coming into the game, that's what I was looking forward to seeing, because they gave up 62 points last week. But they stepped into the challenge. They played well, or playing well, excuse me. The game's still not over, 5 minutes to go, but they have to make something happen now.
It is 2nd down and 11, a loss of 1 for Garrett. That's a rare caught in the backfield play. Providence defense has not quit. Bodes well for them as they play on later in the year. Silver Creek, a larger school. Timeout taken by Coach Dablow. He didn't like what he saw and wants to do something about it. So we'll take a break, and they'll take a break. I guess we'll take one as well. Why not?
Why not?
Or I just start randomly hitting buttons, you know. Anything's possible
that's right,
at this
Mike.
point of the night, because I can't even read my thing here. Where are we? Well, I don't have a break.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to stay.
Well, if I'm the Providence coaches in the huddle, I'm saying, hey, guys, look, we have 5 minutes to go. If we can hold them here, we're going to find a way for the offense to score some points, and the defense just has to believe in it. But right now, it's a team effort.
Tell you one thing we can do is thank one of our sponsors. We've got several sponsors that come aboard late. One of them, see if I can pull this up here, is the Knights of Columbus. Of course, I brought my wrong reading glasses. They have their Sunday afternoon, Thursday night, and at Market Street in Jeffersonville. Their bingo night, that's it. Refreshments will be served. For more information, you can follow that or visit their schedule at kfc1348.com. So appreciate those sponsors that help bring us these broadcasts. Handoff and a big defensive stop again for the.
Looks like tackles by number 7 on Providence.
Hoke and I think Caleb McCubbin's both in on that. McCubbin started it, Hoke helped finish it, but either way, no gain or minimal gain. It'll be 3rd and 10.
You know, Mike, it's been a long time since I've seen a team run the ball this much because, you know, today's game is a lot of passing.
Yeah.
Very impressed with Silver Creek.
Handoff coming around the left side. Garrett throwing some blocks and doing a good job of it. Luke's, they needed 10, they got 11.
Well, I tell you what, Garrett is showing he's a complete player. He's blocking for his teammates. He's playing defense. He's running the ball. Great, great player. Providence defense has got to find a way to hang in here. We've got 4 minutes to go. Still have a chance to get a stop.
4:48 on the clock as it continues to count down. But every first down chews up at least 2-3 minutes of that game clock, and it's starting to get away from the Pioneers. Dragons fans starting to get excited. First meeting of these two schools ever. It happens tonight on a Saturday night, September 2nd, 2017. And right now it's been all Silver Creek, 16-0 your score. Number 19 with the ball, goes around the right side, breaks the first wave of tackles, fights through a couple more, turns a little nothing into a little something.
Good run right there, pretty exciting. Cut in, cut out, back in, spin move. Great run.
They're going to give him 7 yards on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd and 3.
And this could be a very exciting moment for Silver Creek. They're 4 minutes away from their first ever 3-0 start. What an accomplishment.
Landers lines up under center. Neither quarterback in the shotgun at all tonight. That's another unusual thing. I've gotten so used to seeing quarterbacks line up the whole game in the shotgun that to see a game where it doesn't happen at all is kind of refreshing. A little old school, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Great carry by number 12, Garrett. Again, he's just wearing the Providence defense down. I mean, he's a load to bring down. There's no getting around that.
1st and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. Dragons continuing to press their advantage here, overpowering the Pioneers on the front line that time. Landers under center, split backs behind him, man going in motion. Lukes takes the ball, looking for somewhere to go, corralled by the defense and wrestled down at about the 32-yard line, 31-yard line. Something like that.
Pretty good game. Good run by number 3.
Very patient out there. He was looking to try to cut off of his lead blockers. Really only picked up a yard, but that play took time, and right now it's the one thing Providence can't afford.
Yeah, time is definitely the enemy at this point. For Providence, of course.
Landers goes up under center, using all the game clock and the play clock, down to 4 before that snap. Right side, number 19 with the carry, down to about the 25-yard line before he stopped and knocked backwards.
Good carry by Elijah Bays. Again, they're just wearing the Providence defense down right now, sticking to what they do. I know I've been saying it all night, but I'm going to say it again. They are running the ball. Run, moving the chains. Providence defense still fighting, though.
3rd and 2. Nearing the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter. 16-0 your score. Silver Creek been in control since the very beginning. And Providence just can't seem to get anything solved offensively. Hand off to Russell, and he'll stumble and bumble forward, and he'll pick up a first down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yes, another good hard run up the middle for Russell. I applaud Silver Creek for just running the ball, trying to run this clock out and get out of here with a victory. Providence defense played a good game tonight. They're just trying to hang on.
There's a point where you just simply get worn out, and they're very close to that, it appears to be. Fortunately, the game is almost over at this point. Minute 35 to go. Landers hands off to, I believe, number 3, Lukes, looking for a hole, and brought down by number 7, McCubbins.
Good job out of Providence defense, still fighting, not giving up easy points.
Ball stayed in bounds. Clock continues to run. Silver Creek in no hurry to get the play off. 2nd down and 8. But they're not going to do anything. They're going to rush it at this point.
That's right. Great sportsmanship.
Bleed the clock and just take this home.
That's right. Under a minute for their first 3-0 start ever.
Man in motion, and he'll take the ball. He's going the right side, following the block of Jacob Garrett, who next takes out Caden Williams. Back on back, and he gets all the way in for the touchdown. Touchdown Dragons, a late.
Number 19, Elijah Bays with the touchdown. Again, I think the Providence defense is just worn down. They've been dealing with the run game for 4 straight quarters.
And at the 42nd mark of the fourth quarter, Silver Creek puts a cherry on top of their whipped cream tonight.
That's right.
22-0. And the extra point attempt to come. Let's see if we can't get this for you.
That was a pretty good run, too.
Team comes in. Barrett to kick the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good, but the kick
far left
was wide to the left, so no good.
If I'm not mistaken, Silver Creek hasn't even made an extra point tonight, right? One?
No.
Okay, just one.
I think they got one. But they missed 2, and then they got that field goal.
That's right.
So.
That's right, okay. Down to 40 seconds.
At this point, you squib kick it and see if Providence can do anything with it. Put it on the ground. Coach Dennison talking to his players on the near side, far side of the screen. Coach Dablow giving instructions to the kickoff team. Don't expect to see an onside kick at this point. That would not go over well.
Yeah, I know. I would definitely go with the squib kick. Run a little time off the clock. Silver Creek showing a lot of class so far, so might as well keep it up.
Pioneers going to open their season at 0-3, and they will probably get healthy next week against Clarksville, a depleted Clarksville Generals team that's struggled the last couple of years, and it'll be the town rivalry game, but it hasn't been much of a rivalry game in the last several years. Clarksville really struggling, their football program, but when it comes to games like that, it'll be a lot of pride. You never know what will happen.
Yeah, you never know.
But Providence, I think, looking to get healthy next week. Silver Creek going to open up with their first 3-0 start ever as a football program since they restarted football several years ago. That's the deepest kick tonight in the hands of Caden Williams. There's a shocker. And Williams out to about the 30, 31-yard line before he's tripped up.
Down to 35 seconds. Let's see what Providence does. Do they run the clock out or do they go out fighting?
Dennis comes hobbling out there, and don't know that he would be the player of the game for the Pioneers, but I do want to acknowledge his toughness tonight, and that can't be understated.
Not at all, especially at this level.
Or overstated.
Especially as a junior, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Dennis?
Believe so.
Yes.
Hand off to Williams. 5-yard gain out to the 36.
Offensively, that's one thing I would have liked to see was, find a way to get number 27 Williams involved a little more. I mean, they tried. He had a couple plays called for him, but he's obviously one of the fastest kids on the field.
Yep.
So you got to run some different things for him.
Well, we saw that the very first play of the game. It was Williams went in motion, took the handoff, and we were hearing the Silver Creek players shout, "There he is!" They were keying on him tonight.
Yes.
And as a result, he just didn't get a lot of opportunities. Williams bounces out to the left side, and it's going to end the ball game on a 1-yard gain for Caden Williams. And the final score is Silver Creek 22, Providence nothing. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with our post-game coverage right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back right after this.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Mayhem is everywhere. I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs. Call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday continues with the postgame show. A recap of tonight's action, recognition of tonight's top players, and scores of other games. Brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips at clarkcosheriff.com.
And welcome back here. Post-game coverage, Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow. And Antoine, it's been fun game tonight, but not so fun if you're in the Pioneer blue and white. Final score, Silver Creek 22, Providence nothing. And give us what you got as we try to recap the scoring here tonight.
Well, like I said, Providence wasn't able to put much on the board this evening, but their defense played great. I thought they fought hard. I thought they hung in there all 4 quarters. With a limping quarterback, it's kind of hard to have your timing and stuff together. So offensively, they definitely need to go back to work, practice next week, make things happen.
It's scoring opened up in the first quarter in the very first drive. Silver Creek took the opening kickoff, marched it down the field, scored a touchdown, then missed the extra point. That was the early first quarter score. Second quarter, they found the end zone again. This time they did get the extra point, and it went to 13-0. That was your halftime score. Then after third quarter, a field goal pushed it to 16-0. Then a final touchdown with 40 seconds to go in the game, and the score 22-0. Extra point kick was wide to the left. And that gives you your 22-0 score. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back right after this with our most outstanding player of the game. That and more post-game coverage still to come right here on GlyCod.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports. Located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street, the Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating.
Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service, independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A pace-setter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pace-Setter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pace-Setter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance, you know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700. Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Welcome back here as our post-game coverage continues, and as we prepare for our most outstanding player of the game tonight, which is brought to you by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page tonight. And Packy Page is in Floyd Knobs and Brian Wright in Jeffersonville, both of them bringing you our most outstanding player of the game. For a free quote for your car insurance, stop by or visit Packy Page or Brian's office today. And our All-State most outstanding player of the game tonight, Antoine, who did you think was the man?
Well, tonight for Providence, to me it was a no-brainer. There was a kid out here that showed great toughness, great courage. He fought for his team, so I'm going to go with number 2, Dennis, the quarterback for Providence. Very proud of this kid. He's definitely got something to work on, to build towards for next week. So hopefully he gets healthy and we can see, the real number 2. He also played, he played pretty well tonight, but, to me, just the toughness and the courage, his team will feed off that moving forward. And then for Silver Creek, it was a pretty tough one as well. They had pretty much everybody played well and decent, but I'm going to go with the running back, number 13, Russell. He got a lot of carries tonight, gave number 12, Garrett, a break. And he played well, so I'm going with number 13, Russell, for Silver Creek.
And you, as you say that, Garrett had a really good game and had maybe the longest run of the night for the Dragons. Yet it was Russell who was kind of the wild card when Providence stepped up to shut down Garrett. Not that they did greatly, but Russell, man, he was popping him off, and it was hard to ignore him tonight, and he really was the difference maker. Good choices.
Thank you. Yes, I was very impressed. And like I said, both teams, they do have something to build on moving towards next week.
All right. Well, we'll Thank you again, the All-State agents Packy Page and Brian Wright, for our most outstanding players of the game tonight. We'll be right back after this one last break as we get ready to wrap things up and head out next week. We'll tell you all about where we're going right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonier's, family-owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonier's is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonier's, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonier's.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
And God said, let there be light, and thankfully he did, because I couldn't see a thing in here, folks.
Tell me about it.
It was quite a challenge trying to read our log, much less anything else. Providence is a great host, and we're glad to be here tonight. As the final score, again, 22-0. Silver Creek, first ever 3-0, a start to a football campaign, first chance to play Providence, and gets the win. A lot of good things happening for the Dragons tonight. They head on to Pekin Eastern, or host Pekin Eastern next week, and many people think probably a winnable game for Silver Creek. 4 games into the year, and they could be 4-0 and really firing up. And I don't see anything about their team that looks like they have any major flaws.
Well, definitely not tonight. I was told about number 12, Garrett. He definitely, everything was correct about him. And I saw some other players step up tonight. So, I mean, for me, Silver Creek next week, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Let's just try to do it better.
Providence opens the season 0-3. They can't be really pleased with that. They open against 2 much larger schools in New Albany and Floyd Central, and those are always tough. Silver Creek, also a bigger school, and they took it on the chin tonight. They think they may get healthy next week against Clarksville, but again, Providence got some good things going. I think they've got some things to build on. Any final thoughts on how Providence fared tonight?
I definitely want to give a shout-out to the Providence defense. They played a very good game. You know, there was a mistake here and there, but to me, the defense kept them in the game. Offensively, they have to find a way to put points on the board. I was a little surprised that we didn't see any points. But, you know, we have a good quarterback, couple good receivers, so they have something to look forward to in practice next week.
All right. Well, as we look ahead to next week, we will be I'll be on the road up to Bedford North Lawrence High School as the New Albany Bulldogs, who start the season. They're 2-1 on the year. They go up to Bedford to play a very tough Bedford team. Bedford beat Jeffersonville last night in the rain, and they beat them soundly. So many people are thinking maybe Bedford's the real deal this year, one of the 3 teams to beat in the Hoosier Hills Conference. That would be Bedford, Columbus East, and New Albany, as the people are handicapping that conference. So that's an interesting matchup next week, and the game will be at Bedford. I will be on the road, and Paul Love will return from his hiatus this week, and he'll be back with me. But it's been great working with you, Antoine, and I'm sure we'll get a chance to do this again before we're done.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Mike. I had a wonderful time. I want to give a shout-out to Glycod Media for giving me the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to doing another game.
And don't know if we have any final scores or any other scoring updates. We do. This is a little bit of a surprise. Purdue 14, U of L 10 with just 51 seconds to go in the first half. So the Cardinals' vaunted offense of last year hasn't arrived yet this season. And could Mr. Braum pull off a miracle in Hoosier land tonight? If Boilermakers beating the Cardinals, that would be a shockwave.
Yes, it would. But, the Braum family has great tradition. That's a Louisville family, so I would not be surprised.
Yeah. he knows something about that program nobody else does, apparently.
Yes,
but,
he does.
Interesting scoreboard update there. We appreciate all our sponsors, not only our outstanding player of the game, but our scoreboard update here. Vonier's Auto Air, as they brought you that scoreboard update. We appreciate their support. You can find Vonier's Auto Air at 1903 Dutch Ave in Jeffersonville, and they're home of the best reviews on the web for automotive air. Believe me, that stuff's important. It really does matter, so we appreciate their support. Well, for a rebroadcast of this game, be sure to click on glycod.com for more. Tonight's executive producer was Steve Bird with music by Jason Shaw. The final score, once again, Silver Creek 22, Providence 0 for Antoine Wardlow. Did I get it right?
Antoine Wardlow.
Antoine Wardlow. Oh, my gosh.
Good job, Mike. That was good.
I like owe you a cheeseburger or something.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
This is terrible. But,
I like cheeseburgers.
Well, make it a double then.
That's right. With bacon.
With bacon. You got it. Do they make it without bacon?
I'm sure they do, but not mine.
With Antoine, I'm Mike Beck, and I will see you next week. Until then, thank you for listening and watching glycod.com. For all of us, God bless. Take care. Have yourselves a great Labor Day weekend. We'll see you next Friday night at 7 o'clock.
Thanks for having me.
Tonight's live presentation of Kentuckiana Football Friday has been brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. By Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, quality technicians with a personal touch. By Kentuckiana Insurance Center, independent insurance agent serving Sellersburg for 30 years. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. By W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. By Voinier's Auto Air in Jeff. By Our Place, providing drug and alcohol education services throughout southern Indiana. And by Allstate agents Brian Wright and Packy Page. They put you in good hands.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter at Glycod. We thank you for listening to this live sports presentation from Glycod Communications.